as well. Today we have it finally. We got what do we have here, Kevin? What do we have? What was I gonna say? I was gonna say something smart, intense. How do I embed the chat again? I was gonna say something insanely intense. I actually had something smart I wanted to say. Something's gonna happen. Maru versus Serral. That's what's happening. There we go. Come on, Jesus Christ. The moment we've all been waiting for. Oh, just forgot it there for a sec. Let me get my chat on my phone. Wait. 12 a.m. That's when I send it. Was it on Sunday I first streamed or Saturday? Might have been Saturday actually. Yeah, Saturday. Up. Okay, there's perfect. Nice. How are we doing? I was saying something smart. The age is catching up. I'll piss off, you prick. No one likes you. The age is catching up, he says. Man, I'm a young god, all right? But the body of Adonis. You think he has a good body? Well sculpted. Okay, can you guys say something in chat? I think I managed to pull it up. You know, my phone used to just be capable of standing up straight on my... so I have a... What do you call these things? Like a stand. Good lord. I've been thinking in Dutch all morning. That's the problem. Majority of the morning. So the English words aren't working. Are we casting games live? Yeah, we're casting games live. We're Maru, Serral, Shin, MaxPax, all of that good stuff. Did you read the YouTube comments? I haven't read the YouTube comments. We can do it later together in one of the breaks. We can read YouTube comments. We can make fun of them. When are you going to shave your head bald? You know I did that before. I was going to say something. Wait, let me think. Right. So I have a screen stand. Yeah, it's like my screen a stand. And then underneath, there's a little platform of the screen. And I always put my phone there. So, because my screen is on eye height for me. Let me make sure my camera is set up properly. Focus, cancel. Okay. Yes, it works. Okay. What was I going to say? Right. And that's where I put my phone. But the other day, I cleaned my room, which is rare. Like, I properly dusted everything and stuff. And my phone used to be capable of just standing up because my screen stand was a little bit dusty. So it had some, there was a little bit of friction. But now, it's not dusty anymore. And so my phone keeps sliding down the entire time. So I need to put something in front of it so it doesn't slide down. This is another reason why you should live in a messy environment. First of all, because it saves time. Cleaning is for losers. Second of all, otherwise it might ruin your phone stand. Which is ridiculous. Yeah, I clean too good. I clean real good, actually. It was so freaking long, man. Oh, I hate cleaning. Cleaning's for idiots. Any of this stuff is going to be really true cast by you or put up since I love this stuff. I think if the Maru Serral series is good, I'll put it on the Harstem cast channel as well. And I might do it with the Dark Cure series from yesterday as well. Because that was a freaking good show. I really like that series. Dark vs. Cure was good. It was really good. So I was like, but at the same time, then it feels like I'm double dipping. I'm already live streaming it. The live stream VOD is still there. And then I upload it as well. It feels lazy. And if there's one thing I don't want to be perceived as, it is lazy. So, and also it is stream content. Like my face will be there. And people on Harstem Cast, they specifically like that channel because my face doesn't show up. Every time I put my face on Harstem Cast, I get angry emails like, Kevin, there's only two things I dislike. Then Zerg players and your face. Please stop showing those two things on your Harstem Cast channel. I'm like, all right, boys. Calm down. I'm sorry. I didn't know you guys were so passionate about my face. But that's okay. I can deal with it. Freaking disgusting. They're running ads right now, by the way. Do you cook with miso? Nah. I cook the same meals every day. I have 3 meals now that I make. I cook them, or I'll pre-prepare a little bit. And usually Irene cooks once a day as well. But Irene hasn't been home for like 2.5 weeks or so. So I eat, every morning I eat 6 eggs with tomatoes and spinach, scrambled eggs. A little bit runny scrambled eggs though, none of that hard crap. Then in the afternoon, I've been eating the super veggie. This is like a blended hummus of broccoli, cauliflower, and lentils, and then with some other crap in it as well. And you put dark chocolate in it too. And then at night, I eat the nutty pudding. So I blend nuts with berries. And I also prepare like cinnamon and stuff like that. Very tasty. And then usually I also eat like 500 grams of quark every single day. And then I'm not very hungry at all. But I feel like I'm lacking some calories. Because usually Irene cooks a real meal as well somewhere, which tastes very good. Irene's a very good cook. Irene usually eats once a day, one very big meal. Like a huge meal. She'll spend like a long time cooking, and then we'll spend a long time eating together. She's a phenomenal cook. Really good. I'm capable of cooking anything, so I'll usually eat that. But because she hasn't been home, and I don't really feel like cooking most of the time, except my standard meals, I've just been losing weight. So I need to eat some more calories. So what I've been doing, I've just been having a bag of popcorn open, and during the day I grab hands of popcorn, so I don't lose too much weight. Guys, I'm not sure how solid this is. It's a long-term strategy. All right, let's see what we have over here. Ladies and gentlemen, friends, family, and other creatures of the sea or of the land today. We have Maru versus Serral here in the Masters Coliseum number 7. Is popcorn even high in calories? I don't think it is. No, I just like it. It makes me feel full. I don't know. I eat quite a bit of popcorn, so I figure it's fine. The nice thing about popcorn is that it doesn't make me feel as bad as like if I were to really want to add calories, I could just eat chips, you know? But the problem with chips, I just don't like chips as much. Chips are kind of disgusting. Well, they're not disgusting, but they make me, like, they dry out my mouth. They're very salty, and I feel tired after. All right. Let's do the intro another time, huh, shall we? Friends, family, other creatures of the sea, and also humans on the land. Today we have Maru versus Serral here in the Masters Coliseum 7. I see both players beautifully sitting there. Actually, Serral this morning, I spoke with Serral on voice and video. I had a cheeky little call with him. Perhaps a video was recorded, who knows? Had a good time. I messaged him a couple of days back. I was like, hey, Serral, would you be, want to join me for this unspecified series name? And he said, yeah, sure. I'm down. That sounds fun, Harstem. So, right. And then we had to plan around what dates. And then we settled on the 16th because he wasn't going to play there. But then they switched the schedule around. Even Serral wasn't aware of it. So we ended up scheduling the rank roulette, of course it is, with Serral today. And I said, is that a problem? He said, no, it's no problem. So 9 a.m., fresh and early. I think he wakes up every day quite early to walk the dog. He has a dog. He loves going on walks. He's a huge fan of walking, taking in the sights. Serral lives the life of a retired millionaire. That's actually what he does. Like, his hobbies are going on walks with his dogs, going to the park or something, and he likes golf. And then I guess he games as well on the side. He's a legit retired millionaire. That's what he is. Alright, let's take a look at this game. A couple of Reapers popped out. This is do I see a third Reaper or just double Reaper? I think it's double Reaper here, or triple Reaper today. Triple CC, triple Reaper. This is the build that a lot of the Koreans have been using. We saw Beyond use it against Rainer the other day a couple of times as well. And he got 2 kills, which is much more than you usually get. Usually with the first 3 Reapers, you're honestly kind of okay with just denying the third base for a little bit. But Maru is doing everything at once. He's denying that third base a little bit. He's gonna get a couple of link kills. Needs to be careful though that he doesn't get caught, doesn't get trapped in a corner here. The 2 drones though is... The 2 drones are bad. The 2 drones are really bad. That's not a good look, Serral. I don't want to flame you, but... Ooh, lose a tumor too. If he gets those Reapers, that tumor was worth it, but Maru's controlling this quite well. Actually, Maru's controlling this really well. Gonna get a couple of links. I really do hope that Serral gets the Reapers for his effort. You see the 3 links already running around, trying to set up that surround. Just some good anticipation of what's about to come. Hatchery goes down way after the triple CC goes down, though, on the side of Maru. Opening-wise, I think this is as good as you can realistically hope for against a player of Serral's caliber, right? Now, if Maru had played against my Zerg and he only got 2 drones, he would be slightly confused, a little bit disappointed in himself, and he probably would flame something. However, against Serral, getting 2 drones, that is huge. That is absolutely massive. Good control there early on. Serral double overlording as well, a little bit supply block. Perhaps the ranked roulette games from earlier today still, you know, have him shook. Because there were some games in there. Some of the games of StarCraft II were definitely played and we watched them. Oh boy. Yeah, he has some good things to say about these people as well. Serral's very funny this morning. Some people just function well in the morning. Some people, sometimes you notice it as well when you speak with people in the morning and they just woke up and they're not fresh yet. You know, they're not quick on their feet. Serral's been up for 3-4 hours already at 9 a.m. this morning. He was ready to go, man. Practicing his builds against Maru. Oh, he was having a good time. Can you move the camera up? Yeah, of course I can move the camera up, buddy. Here we go. Can make it a bit smaller as well. I'm very large. And I'm already very large, so the camera doesn't need to do that as well. Is this a recording? I think they played yesterday. No, they were gonna play yesterday. But then they didn't. We got tricked, yes. Everyone got tricked. Serral got tricked, Liquipedia got tricked, I got tricked, you guys got tricked. It's a massive scam here by the WTL organizers. To keep us hyped for another day. They were edging our hype. Unbelievable. Alright. 1-1 upgrades coming out of Serral. So, Evo's pre-lair, now Baneling Nest. This often does mean that the first push could be hard to hold. Because you're not going to have Banes with Baneling speed. So you probably don't want Banes at all. It's going to have one... This build looks insane, by the way, the Terran build. It's one of these builds where you look at it and you go, okay, that's a good build, you know? Quick 1-1, some early game pressure, combat shield finishing at the same time as 1-1 as the Medivac pop. Like, this is such a well-timed build, a well-optimized build. It's very cool to see. Like, some Terran brain put some effort into that, you know? And you know that Terrans, they don't actually have any intellectual capacity, so they all have to just test it. Like, all Terran builds... Yeah. You know how some people... Oh, this is a good run by. Hold that thought. I'll make my joke later. You know how they sometimes say that if you put a room of monkeys, you know, on the typewriters, monkeys on typewriters, if you give them infinite time, by sheer accident, they'll eventually produce the entire works of Shakespeare, right? Now, it's the same with Terran. We have a lot of Terran, with the intellectual capacity of the average orangutan. And these guys are hard at work, okay? And they have to walk out every path, you know? And then when there's something they like, they write it down on their notepad, they share it with the other monkeys. Oh, that looks good. That looks good. That's how they get built. A lot of effort was put into it, a lot of time. A lot of time was put into this particular build, because it looks good. It looks very tight, it looks solid. Serral here is trying to make something happen with these links. He's gonna get a couple of Marines. He's controlling this quite well, have to admit it. As 2-2 is slightly faster for Maru. Maru just going into 4 CC, no shenanigans, no 8 racks, no crap. Is already building Marauders, you see that? This is rare. You know, Maru used to play a double tech lab style. So, for the people unaware, whenever you play TVZ, usually the way you do it is you get a single tech lab. That single tech lab researches both stim and combat shield. And then you get 4 reactors on your next 4 barracks. Then your next 3 barracks get 3 tech labs. So you end up with a 4-4 split. Maru for a while. All that thought. He's actually gonna kind of commit Yeah, we'll be forced to pick up here. Maru for a while was playing a second tech lab, and then he'd start Marauder production really early on, and a lot of Zergs were complaining about it, because it made it difficult for the Banelings to connect with the Marines. And now he's just doing it with a single tech lab, but he's starting to sprinkle in these Marauders much earlier than we usually see. Most Terran players start sprinkling in Marauders the moment there are 3 extra tech labs filling up, but Maru starts at a solid minute, maybe minute and a half before, and as a result, some of these side pushes are already going to have Marauders. So we'll see how that will work out for him, if it's going to have a major impact. The control here wasn't very good. Could have definitely been better. This is good control out of Serral, targeting down a couple of SCVs while the planetary is morphing. 5 worker kills with maybe 6-7 links. That is a good trade there for our Finnish Zerg player, who is behind. This is the best Terran map that we're going to play on in this best of 3. It is hard led. Some Zergs even have started vetoing it and playing different maps instead. It is very difficult. This map pool is extremely Terran favor at the moment, as these Banelings are not quite going to get the connection. Serral uncharacteristically floating a crap ton of money as well. Does have 5 bases, but must have been missing some injects here. With 1200 minerals in the bank, he should be much closer to his opponent in supply, but that is not the case. Marauder count relatively high here. Marines will be moved back through these Marauders. No, once again, not what's happening. These mine shots were huge. I think Serral realized as well that that was not necessarily a great trade. Will pick off all of these mines in the end, but is running out of Banes, running out of firepower here. Needs to be real careful with chasing off creep, because this is starting to get a little bit scary. 183 supply against 160. Serral still having loads of trouble spending his cash. Been floating, well, plus 900 minerals for the past minute or so. And it's so hard if you're playing heavy Ling Bane styles to spend that money. Once you start floating, it is difficult to get rid of it. Still, Serral at that 1k mineral mark. Uncharacteristic with a tough start here for the Finn. Is going to push back this left side. That is big. That's going to give him some headspace just to purely deal with that right. But he hardly has any Banelings. His gas count is low. How many gases are we on? Is that 4 or 5? I think we might be on 5 gas. Can't even afford the next set of upgrades. Just now starting the hive. As he manages to spend a good chunk of his cash. Is adding in a couple more drones as well. Wants to go up to 83, 84 workers. These mines are getting decent connections. First map, of course, is going to be played on west, so Serral with higher ping than his opponent, and higher ping than usual as well. I think from Finland you'll probably get somewhere in the range between 160 to 200 ping on US West, which is fairly significant. Maru playing with 120 to 140, something along those lines. Second map will be played on central, and the third map once again on west. Lings here sacrificing in to trigger the mines. That went well, but there needs to be a follow-up. Otherwise you just lost 20 links for nothing. So Serral knows right now that he's on a bit of a timer. If these mines get to reset, he just lost 10 supply for nothing. That is not what you want. Queens here pushing forward. Good transfuses being used. 3-3 about to finish up for Maru though. That means that this fight is going to take place with an upgrade advantage for the Terran player. Serral says, your upgrades are nice, but my units much nicer. Maru floating quite a bit of cash as Serral cleans house, but he is going to be down upgrades for the next 2 minutes still, as Carapace as well as +2 range just now starting. We're heading into a little bit of a mid-game, late-game situation. Early late game, late mid-game, whatever you want to call this phase. Liberators already being produced, quick fusion core on the way as well. Maru hasn't really missed a beat in his macro. He was floating a fair amount earlier. Has double starports already, pumping triple medevacs as well as single lips coming out. That fusion core for the advanced ballistics is going to be big. I'd love for Maru to take his extra gases right now though. He's on 8 gas, but I wouldn't even mind if he takes 10. Because he's going to be spending some big cash right now. Yesterday we watched Dark versus Cure. And Cure just low on that ghost count the entire time. And according to Clem, no ship weapon upgrades or advanced ballistics. And all of these upgrades cost so much gas. And right now that is the one resource that Maru really is lacking. Mines being pushed in forward as well. First 2 infestors now coming out too. Here we go. That's a dead base, isn't it? That is absolutely a dead base. 12 workers go down on Maru's side. But a hatchery falls. Now, there are some backup hatcheries. This is not really the end of the world, although this one was mining gas. Currently, the 3 o'clock, as well as the base above the one that just fell, aren't mining gas. So that is -2 extractors that you're missing in a phase where gas might start to become a little bit more relevant. There's a good push as well here coming out of Maru, who's playing some phenomenal StarCraft 2 at the moment. Oh, as I say that, I get hit by every single bane. Still fine trade. Still a fine trade. No carapace upgrade done yet for Serral. Resources lost 18k to 22k. As that final snipe is the insult before the guy runs off, you know. You're a loser. And then pisses off. I always feel like ghosts are kind of the bullies from a distance. When it comes to a straight up fight. Well, they're actually also quite strong. Ghosts are just strong in everything. Mine shots not really connecting. Infestor coming in from the back. That fungal was good. Hitting one ghost, a bunch of marines, a couple of marauders as well. At the same time, a low amount of links is dealing damage at the third base. As 11, 12 workers go down here. Pretty significant once more. Like, if Maru was at 6 command centers right now with, or like 6 orbital commands, I think losing those workers is not the end of the world. But he really isn't that rich. He's mining 2,500 minerals a minute, 28, 2,900 minerals a minute. That's not a whole lot. It really isn't. So he needs to be careful. Because yes, his army is good, and yes, the trades have been decent enough. But Serral really is one good fight away from just crushing his opponent. If Maru pushes too far on creep, loses an army, and loses a planetary, I don't think he's going to recover back into this game. I just don't really see it happening. And that is an issue. That is just an issue for Maru. He needs to get some of the bank going. At the same time, it's also true on Serral's side. Although I feel like so far Serral has definitely been winning the fights rather than losing them. Creep spread is fairly mediocre. I think a lot of that is due to the map layout as well as Maru just being very active. This lip push is going to be mad. We're going to get a little bit of a... I don't really want to call this a base trade. Although it might actually just be a trade in bases. So they might just trade a hatchery for a command center. No, Maru decides to go back home. As he's going to lose a lip. I'd actually end up losing that CC if Serral really cares about it. I don't think Serral wants to commit too deep here. In case the ghost managed to, you know, get a couple of snipes off. Top right side base now being taken for Serral already. Serral is uber preparing for a super late game here. And it's nice to see Maru not play world's most boring style. Before, when these two guys played, very often what we'd end up seeing is Maru just sitting back, getting pummeled by Serral over and over and over again. But that's not quite the case. They're definitely trading shots here. Serral's going to give up this base. I think that's a good call. And probably counterattack once again towards that third. I think you need Hydras in this setup. The moment lips are out, and also the fact that it's an orbital means you can just lift it. So, takes out that mine, takes out a bunch of workers. If you clear that orbital with like 7, 8 Hydras, that would have been a huge move. I really think that would have been a huge move. As Maru's trying to take his 6th right now on that, what is that? Is that like a 2 o'clock or so? 1 o'clock? The top right side of the map. Ship weapons level 1 on the way. He's gonna cancel this hatchery. Gonna force a cancel. Maru can't cancel buildings for his opponent. He can kill them, but he can't cancel them. I think that actually was a cancel. As Serral not really paying attention there. The only vulnerable spot right now in Maru's defense is that left side base. So he probably wants to have a little bit more attention there. Maru's gonna... Okay, I think this is a good call. He says, hey, that top right side base, I might spread myself too thin. And that might mean that my third base becomes very vulnerable too. How about I position my army towards that entire left side? And then the planetaries in the middle and in the very top, they're going to keep my bases alive. And I think this is a good plan. I really like it. I think it's smart. It's intelligent. It's brilliant. Because now in order for Serral to do something, he'll need to attack into a planetary. He can't run through Liberators on this base under some heavy fire. Serral needs to hold that. He can't afford to lose that base. He just lost the base in the middle. Okay, he's gonna lose the base. Currently, Serral on 4 bases with a 5th coming up. But the main, the natural, and the third have been half or fully mined out. That means that Serral's income here is going to be plummeting. He still has a bit of a bank. A rainy day fund is available. The Liberator count is large. It is very, very large. Infestors not burrowed, not coming in with flanks. They're just there with the main army. Lynx, once again running into that third base, might find a weak spot as they manage to run by. Infestor burrowed behind all of this. Vipers abducting in. I think this is good still. Oh my god, Microbial Shroud being used in an actual game? To deal with the Liberator, Serral. You beast. That was such an easy looking fight for him. Perhaps the ghost count not quite high enough as Serral crushed that. Holy cow. And now, look at that. That's the Infestor in position is not gonna lose it though. That scan, it revealed it. But Maru wasn't paying attention. Holy crap. Freaking Microbial. That's not why he won the fight, but it was cool anyway. It was a nice detail. A nice touch there out of Serral. Very cool. Probably meant a fungal. Probably though, probably meant a fungal. What an idiot. Can't believe he misclicked. Probably want to fungal his own Hydras there. This planetary is gonna get blasted. There's more Banes moving in forward. Maybe even too many. Rather be safe than sorry. Loads of cash in the bank anyway here for Serral. As Maru right now, he's he's running out. He's running out of cash. He's running out of units. He's adding in way more Liberators. His ghost count is phenomenal here though. Holy crap, how many ghosts is that? That is at least 6 ghosts. And I think it might even be more than 6. I count at least 7 here. That is so many ghosts. 24 it said. Yeah, that's what, more than 7. Orbital command here under fire on the left side. I wonder where you attack right now. Blinding Cloud on that turret. It's gonna go for this base. I guess this is where you attack. Could you just right-click that CC maybe? The problem is if you right-click the CC and the snipers come in range, you just end up losing all of your Hydras to the ghost. Oh, Fungal Boy gets caught. Snipers. Oh, good. Run by again. Serral. It is such a cool way of playing. Whenever Serral looks at a fight and thinks, hey, I don't think I can fight this directly, or I think I can stall this fight, he just goes for a massive run by or some type of counterattack. And he deals serious damage. Now, he took serious damage as well, though. And Serral's drone's now stuck in the top right. We are not seeing that, but on the mini-map, I'm seeing some type of interaction there. I think they managed to escape, yeah. His hatchery does get blasted there. 40 workers to 53. Once again, usually this would be really good for the Terran. But because the Terran has so little orbitals, I'm not even sure if it is good. Lip count is insane, though. Oh, nice mind dodge. Lynx just moving to the side. Cheeky little sidestep over there. Hydra's moving in forward. Yeah, he's too afraid to commit here. He doesn't want to commit to killing an orbital. I understand that, because if he loses 10 Hydras, he's freaking dead. But at the same time, just forcing a lift-off doesn't quite feel enough at times. Raven is with the army here for Maru, as burrowed infestors are not going to be a thing anymore because of that. I think the moment you see this Liberator siege up, you have to go towards the middle, towards that orbital. Yep, there we go. It's just Ling, but I'm okay with that because Lings have the ability to come back quickly. Third base also vulnerable to just pure Lings, of course. We shouldn't forget about that. Look at those Lings go, man. That is some serious damage. Bottom left side base under heavy fire, though, as this game is going into overdrive right now. Lings taking tech labs and reactors. This is a serious commitment here coming out of Serral, but it might just be worth it. There's Burrow on these Lings, could force out a couple of scans, and is fighting the production as well. We see the Hydra Infestor Viper army moving towards the left. There are no medevacs to save this, as there is a burrowed Infestor here. Where's that Raven? Raven is with the main army. Big scan coming in, as Cloak Ghost will clear the Lings. Maybe we get a couple of burrows and does a couple of scan force outs. That would be quite nice. Not sure if Maru's paying attention. Okay, gets one scan, doesn't catch all of the Lings though. Gonna need to keep searching. Okay, gets the next couple as well. That is cool. 42 workers to 49. Top right side base being taken. Middle base being taken. The general right side base being taken. The 3 o'clock one. As Serral continues expanding. And I think Maru is going to be confined to these, well, initial 5 bases for probably the entirety of this game. And I'm not sure how much longer this game can realistically last. Neither player is mining a whole lot of cash. Neither player has a lot of resources. That means that with the next big fight... it is completely possible that one of the players isn't capable of remaxing. Or neither player is capable of remaxing. Top right side being saturated. 5 more Hydras on the way. Here comes a big fungal. Microbial Shrouds being used against those Liberators. This is a very interesting fight. Anti-armor missile hitting as well. Parasitic bombs not going down. Liberators on siege. Who the hell is winning? I think I know who's winning, and it ain't the Zerg over here. Ghosts are still alive. Fungal does deny a couple of snipes there, but Serral, in a world of trouble right now, is mining a bunch of cash. Needs to try and take out some of that mining on the top left. That is pretty much the last remaining base, but there are 3 lips in position. This base gets absolutely blasted. As our Finnish Zerg player, despite that interesting Microbial Shroud engagement into all of those lips, does not quite manage to win that fight. Hydra's here now knocking on the door. Maybe there's still something possible. Couple of Banes, couple of Infestor shots is all you really need. Serral not down and out yet. He doesn't believe so, at least. This Orbital in some serious trouble. This is one of the last actual mining bases. Serral mining 2k a minute. Still has that top right side base. Is mining here from the middle. But even if he loses this one, has the top right. Has plenty of gas, so he doesn't give a crap about that. Hydra's coming in from an interesting angle. Here come Banelings. Is there a fungal available? Banelings get connections with every single ghost. As the Hydras are gonna get pushed back. 89 supply to 42. And I do believe that Serral right now is gonna be in some trouble now that the top right side base has been spotted as well. 7 more Hydras are on the way, but perhaps this Hydra squad can actually achieve something that is for Ellipse that are just sitting there by themselves. Marines try to come in and save them. Serral is not giving up quite yet. Both players hardly mining anything. I think this might actually be the first Maru versus Serral that is actually freaking delivering. Holy crap, what a first game. 2 ghosts being taken out as well. Good burrow there coming out of Serral. 100 supply against 86. There's still... Look at the income. It is 100 mineral income for Maru. 400 for Serral. Gonna lose a Hydra. That is big because he only has 46 army supply. The army supply for Maru is significantly larger. But he's gonna lose a couple of these Liberators once more. That is 4 Liberators that just went down. Oh, drones will get cleared here too. Income in favor of Serral. 3 Infestors on the way. This base. Ooh, Hydra versus Marine Marauder. I don't think Serral can fight this. He needs Lings. He needs Banes against this. As maybe a Blinding Cloud can help out. Yes, it can help, but is it enough help? I'm not so sure, as the Ghost now coming in as well. Serral fought like a lion. Tried to make the comeback happen, but in the end, it's not gonna be good enough. As the tap out. What a sick almost comeback though. Holy crap. Huh. That was so close. That was crazy close. Serral made it way closer than it ever should have been. Than it ever should have been. This was not okay. And honestly, that gives me hope for the series, because both Solaris and Alcyone are significantly better for Zerg than Heartlet is. Heartlet is known to be practically unwinnable. So you're wondering, well, why don't they veto that? Well, because Hecate, Side Delta, and Oceanborn are also considered pretty much unwinnable. Although I think a lot of Zergs right now have started vetoing Heartlet instead. And they'll play a different map. I'm not sure which one. Maybe Oceanborn? That feels awful too. Maybe Side Delta? I don't know. Ooh. A little bit of lag there in the live feed. That sucks. What's bad about Heartlet? I think once you have the forward fort as a planetary, like the 2 planetaries that Maru has, it's really difficult for Zerg to attack into those. So there's very little weak spots, and there's very many ramps. Like ramps generally are quite good. It's hard, I think, for Zerg to take any of the side bases as well, because they're so far away, so single drops can be quite strong. I think that is my rookie analysis, but there might be extra reasons that I'm not so aware of. It's also quite a small map, of course. Small maps always favor Terran, more than long maps will. Was there ever a rage quit in StarCraft II Pro play? Hell yeah. Many rage quits. You don't remember Idra? Every game Idra lost was basically a rage quit. And in general, it was very common. Did I ever tell you the story of my first big offline tournament that I played? So, I can't remember this guy's name. I think it was called Lalouche. And it was a French Zerg player who was very well known for raging a little bit. He was very well known for raging quite a bit. And I was playing him in the group stage of DreamHack Summer 2012 in Jönköping. And I immortaled him twice. And at that point, I was very unknown. So I was completely new to the scene, and he was a pretty established pro. Like, he was good. He was definitely favored. I immortaled him twice, and I won twice. And in the second game, as I was walking in his natural, I just continuously started dancing my immortals over and over and over and over. It took him very long to leave the game, and I could hear the keyboard smash from the other side. Yeah, he did not make it out of the group, I think. Poor guy. Yeah. It was on, I think the last game was on Metropolis, I recall. Yeah. I was a little prick, and that's okay. The first Reaper coming out. What's the opener gonna be here? Reaper Marine Factory, so fairly standard. Nothing crazy, just your run-of-the-mill, old-school Terran build order. I think we're gonna be using a single gas opener. Ooh, where the hell did these two links come from? Even Serral isn't quite, you know, he doesn't quite know. It's like, wait, how did I manage to do this? That's freaking cool. Gonna get the hatch now. I didn't quite see what he opened. Was this a pool first or something? No way, right? Ooh. Ah. No. Misses them. Oh, no. Caught them. This game is being played on the central server. Much better ping for Serral here than in the last game. It's gonna be between like 120 and 140. And now Maru's gonna be playing between like 160, 180, 190. Something along those lines. Good old central server. Serves us so well. The triple CC is now on the way. Almost finished. Serral's expecting to lose this Overlord because he created the double one over here. I'm not sure if he will, actually. It's possible he'll lose it. It's also possible it stays alive. Links on the way. That's a lot of links, no? I don't think I'm crazy to say that 16 links this early is a lot of links. I don't know where they're gonna go. Okay, little run by. Look at that. Maru not paying attention. Oh no, he's gonna get caught here by the links around. Liberator shows up at a very solid timing. That is a big deal. Without that Liberator, every single SCV goes down there. That Lib is a saving. It's an angel. Serral was the angel of death here. He was waiting to be. It was still okay damage, clearing those two Hellions, forcing the opponent back for a little bit, taking out three SCVs. Losing 80 links though, that is pretty gnarly. Don't forget, if you lose 80 links this early, they could have been drones. They really could have been. I think this was a 6-car opener coming out of Maru. This is very, very similar to how Clem plays quite a bit. Those 6-car into Liberator openers. Sometimes with a Viking, they'll go for 8 cars. Viking into Lib or Lib into Viking. No, that doesn't happen. It's always Viking into Lib. Let's face facts here. 7 more drones on the way as well. Serral's drone count continues rising here. As it should. He's gonna play a lair Baneling Nest. This will have quick Baneling speed. Last game he played fast Evo Chamber. Different type of setup, 100%. Decent damage. I mean, it's not great, right? If you don't kill all active creep tumors with a scan, it almost feels like a waste of the scan, because A, you're not pushing back the creep, and the other 2 tumors can just be replaced, because there's freaking 7 queens roaming around, or 6 queens. Usually it's 6, I think. So you go 9 queen total. You actually see an extra queen being added in here. Lip also didn't really do very much. Those 5 kills are all links. Now, Serral, 77 drones, 6 minutes and 47 seconds into the game. That's a lot of drones. There really is a lot of drones. So I think now what you... like, this first push needs to be held by mainly queens. It's going to be mainly queens and then a couple of banes. He actually has a lot. How does he have so much stuff? No wonder I lose to this guy most of the time. Ooh, it's out of position for this though. No link spotter on the map to figure out where this was coming from. Queens weren't ready either. Oh, this is scary because the Banes aren't here. This is scary because the Banes aren't here. Okay, now the Banes show up, coming in with a flank perhaps. A couple of transfuses on this hatch. Serral wants to go, needs to go. Ideally needs to go pre-combat shield. Combat shield finishing up right now just as he hits. What an unfortunate timing for Serral. Still gonna clean it up, but that could have been much, much easier for him if Combat Shield hadn't quite finished yet there. He fought without 1-1 against Combat Shield. Now he's gonna lose a lot of queens. Maru here smells blood. He's gonna target down those last 2 Banes as well. Serral all of a sudden might just die. Very high on that initial worker count and just doesn't seem to have the units to deal with this. What a terrible way to end this great first game. And then, is this what it is? Oh no, Serral. It's like that combat shield. That was a big difference. That is a big difference there. So he probably calculated that fight without combat shield. Then he saw it was like, hey, no combat, I can have it like this. And otherwise he probably waits a bit more. That was the worst timing to finish because he couldn't get a warning. He couldn't pull back anymore. He already got 2 tank shots right on his face. That was such an... It's not really unlucky, but it's kind of unlucky as well. He's gonna try and stay in for now, but it's gonna be freaking hard. There's a tank still available. These links are kicking reinforcements right in the butt. So that is big. Hydras will pop out. I wonder if Serral is gonna rush into lurkers as a result. I don't think so. He's not much of a lurker player in general. This is something you see though with other Zergs every now and again. Is they'll, like the moment they're behind, they want a stabilizing unit. They're like, okay, lurker is good here. All Banes went down again. Serral in a world of trouble. Queen count is good. The queens don't win fights past the 7-minute mark very much. They can survive, they can tank damage, but winning fights? That ain't them. 5th base here is going to get cancelled once more. Queens moving in towards the main base. That's 10 Marines against 10 Queens. I think Serral should be fine here as the Banelings moving in forward. Tanks trying to siege up. This is an okay fight. This is a good trade here for Serral. Pushes this back, at the same time push back the main base push. If you can take out these reinforcements, or at least these mines, that would be real nice. Clearing those mines would be huge. There's no hive yet. I'm not even sure if there's an infestation pit at the moment. No, he's throwing it down right at this moment. Woo, Serral. No, Serral. Such a rough start for him there. That fight really... Yeah... That backfired. It felt like a good timing, but if you know that combat's gonna finish in 3 seconds before you start running in, then you won't run in like that. You'll stall a bit, see if you can get a higher baneling count, maybe pick up some more reinforcements, maybe even wait for 1-1 until you know you're going to get a very good fight. Because he had more time, plenty of transfuses, plenty of queens as well. This is an okay trade if you can get any amount of connections. Got some connections there in the end. That's the surround didn't quite work. Really want to have that wraparound so that the Marines can't escape. Baneling's not available here. Queens holding their own though. +2 carapace really helping out there. Ooh, that's a full medevac that got sniped. That was important. Bunch of Marines also end up falling. 5th base. Is it gonna get cancelled? Might actually stay alive here. As these mines are having a tough time. Marines being taken out. Extremely good fight here for Serral. Still down in workers. This was as good as it's gonna get. Legit as good as it's gonna get. He's gonna end up taking out these mines as well. He's up about 20 supply all of a sudden. Queen semi in position to deal with this. Could take out maybe a medevac or two. 5th base already landed though for Maru. Maru had 80 workers against 72. Just now Serral's adding in the muscular augments, which is the Hydra speed upgrade. Infestors, Burrow coming in as well. Alright. Now we have a game. It's crazy that Serral's still in this, by the way. Really should not be viable. This is bad, this is bad, this is bad, this is bad, this is bad. Pull back there. I'm not biased. I just want the game number 3. And I want the Europeans to win. Okay. Just how it is, alright? So, what is it when you like your continent? You have nationalism and contentionalism? Is that a thing? I don't think so. But it is now, and that's what I have. I feel strongly towards players from Europe. I want them to win real bad. And my own teammates as well, of course. Alright, Infestor Vipers on the way. This base is gonna get cancelled. I think that base is a distraction. I don't even think Serral really wants... Well, he would like it if he could, but he doesn't care so much about it. Once again, mine's being cleaned up. Does he have enough Banes there on the left side? I'm not sure if that's true. Maru keeps trying to do that little drop in the main base. Ooh, that was a good scan. He just wanted to clear creep, but he caught the infestors instead. That's actually kind of big. Serral still getting a good trade. Wow. Serral, absolute masterclass in not dying. That is very impressive. That actually was very impressive. I give that a lot of stars. (3-3) has now finished up. I don't actually think that Serral can push this far off creep. Serral disagrees and is going to continue pushing in forward. 6 base already moving over. Like, while Serral is staying alive, Maru is pulling ahead in eco, he's pulling ahead in upgrades. Serral really needs to freaking start his extra upgrades. Like, the level 3 carapace is vital. I think he forgot about it. Because his hive is done, right? He's finished his hive. Adrenal and carapace. Yeah, okay, now it starts. Range and carapace. He needs to start adrenal too. Like, that's freaking important. If he can cancel those CCs, that would be big. Please. Nah, it's not gonna get them. Oh, here comes a flank. Parasitic bombs. Yes. No. Okay. Oh. Couple more Hydras giving up their life for the swarm. Bodum will end up getting sniped. 40 more links on the way. Adrenal would be a good upgrade to get. Genuinely. Are those rocks down in front of the 3rd base? Can we get a Mr. Observer? How about we show that? Those little rocks. I don't know if they're down. Come on. No, okay, they're not. I think that would be big. If you take those out, you open up some nice paths. The more open the map, the better it is for Zerg. Because it makes flanking much easier. And with high Liberator counts, usually zoning is very important. So the bigger the space you can, you know, like these circumventing motions, the better it is. 6 lips on the way. So triple starport, 1 advanced ballistics as well on the way. Ooh, getting a lot of upgrades here. Still no adrenal, right? Or did I miss adrenal? Maybe I missed Adrenal. It's possible. I don't think I have, though. I don't think I missed it. I do miss stuff sometimes, so it's possible that I missed Adrenal. Look at that, that lurking Infestor. So I come with a flank. That's nice, that's nice, that's nice. Infestor, can you come in? Not quite gonna make it. Good fight nonetheless here for Serral. At least an okay trade. Maybe good. The thing is that if you... Ooh, it's chasing very far. I'm not a huge fan of that usually. Oh, all of these ghosts are cloaked. It's gonna cost them a lot of energy. And they really didn't get a whole lot done there either. Serral expanding towards the top side. I wonder why he's not taking out the rocks. Oh, Viper's a bit far forward. Needs to be careful. One gets taken out there. Good ghost control. Oh my god. That Mind Drag was mental. Triple ghost here being taken out. Nice trades for Serral. And look, he can technically move towards the right and try and take out this base. Like, Maru's in a weird position where he really probably needs to somewhat defend this. If he loses this base, that is huge. If that planetary goes down, because that area is so freaking important for him. That was a safe zone for a rotation towards the bottom right side as well. But that safe zone has now disappeared with that planetary disappearing. I still believe that those rocks need to... Yes. Okay, this needed to be done 4 minutes ago. Because now you're opening up the attack path towards the third base, which is genius. Because that allows those straight up base trades that we saw so much in game number 1. Every single time Maru moved out, there were freaking links in his third base. And so far this third base has been... It has been just by itself. It has been open. It has not been attacked yet. It has been chilling. Still no adrenal glands though. This is an issue. This really is an issue. I think Serral has just completely forgotten about it. Once again, I'll say that it is possible that he got it and I missed it. I missed the research, but I don't think I missed it. I don't think I missed it at all. Oop. And then it's Serral who missed it. Yeah. No planetary here just means you're in trouble the entire way through. Look at these links going. Oh, yeah, that might have been a bit much. You're gonna need Liberators defending bases. So there's two weak spots right now. There's the third base, there's the middle area. And both of them need to be covered by Liberators. I'm trying to see if there's any real sensor towers, but I don't think I see any. The quality of this live feed isn't quite good enough for me to properly see the minimap at times, so... Apologies for that. This has turned into an actual game, despite Serral just being dead. Like, you give that spot to any other Zerg, it's just over. Like, it actually is just over. Link's coming in once more. He needs to notice at some point. He needs to know. It's like, man, my Links, they seem a little bit weak today. He's gonna take out that command center. That's a big fumble. That's a huge fumble. There's only 2 medevacs out of energy. Are those all the medevacs that are here? No, there's a couple more. Also out of energy. Almost feels like getting Caduceus Reactor at this point is good. This army is seriously bruised. He instantly starts 4 new medevacs. Yeah, he needs that. His army was proper low as he's scanning everywhere. 4 more barracks on the way. Turrets coming in everywhere. What is Serral's plan going to be here? Relatively low work count. Hydra, Lingbane, Infestor, Viper. And now just a rotation towards the right side. Seems like such a clean play. Burrowed Infestor in between. Rotation towards the right side while you lose this fake bait. This is bait. This is bait. Maru is the fish here that's being hooked. The Hydras move in. We'll take out another lip. Snipes coming down though. We'll take out a bunch of Hydras there. Ooh. The fish just barely manages to escape. Just barely. Hydra's coming back in. We'll get a couple of kills here. Ship weapons level 2 on the way. As Serral retreats in time. Tried to go for a jump on these lips. Loses an Infestor for free. Sensor tower gets sniped. And these Hydras, 3 of the 4 will get sniped. Ghost continue chasing, which seems like a risky play. But Serral is not pouncing on the opportunity quite yet. Oh, can you move in here? Serral thinks yes, I think no. Oh! He missed one Baneling! He had no Overseers left! If he gets one more Baneling shot, that's -6. GG! Whoa. He's out of there. What a freaking game. No Adrenal was big though this game. No Adrenal was big. Holy cow. That was a nice series. I'm sad we didn't get a game 3. Both of them are in shape. They're going to play again in this tournament. I guarantee you they're going to play again in this tournament. Whoa. Well, sick. What the hell? I like that. Well, I don't like the result, but that was sick. Yeah, good show. Good show. Actually a good show. Jeez. Wait, did my title just change? This freaking restream progging is messing with my head. Wait, let me see if I can do it properly. Who do we still have left right now today? Let's have a look. MaxPax, Bunny, Trigger, Solar. MaxPax versus Shin in for Masters Coliseum. All right. Okay, I don't understand how this works. Bracket link? I don't have the bracket link. Ah. The bracket link is... Wait, I can actually throw it in. Here you go. There you go. All right. Let's see if there's any reading I need to do. Any shout-outs? Dinks gifted a subscription to Loco TV. Thanks, Dinks. Appreciate it. Loco is someone that definitely needed that sub gift. I'm very sad that this ended up being an 0-2. Yeah, MaxPax is the upcoming series, guys. Overdroning was the main issue. I think that, no, I think the fight was bad. I actually, you want to have a look at it? You think overdroning was the issue? I don't think overdroning was the issue. Here. Oh, that's... This is the fight, right? So here it went wrong. Do we really believe that he overdroned? I don't think so. He had quite a bit of cash in the bank, which sucked for him. But the real issue is... Can you guys see the... Yeah, okay. I'm just going to do it like this for a sec, so you can see the combat shield. The issue here is the combat shield. Like, it literally... Like, right now, he's taking shots. So this is the worst timing for it to finish, because now it finishes literally as the fight starts. This is the ultimate anti-timing that Serral could have gotten. Now, imagine that Serral knows that combat shield finishes. Imagine it finishes 5 seconds earlier. Then Serral is here. He sees that, and he can stall quite some time still. Like, he can stall. He can wait for the next 18 links to come out. He can move back and forth. And then if he sees this fight and judges, hey, I don't think I can win this. He can even give up this base. Somewhat okay. I don't think it's the end of the world. He's also supply block, by the way, which really hurt him. He's floating 700, 386. That's a lot of cash to be floating for Serral this early in the game. And it's because he got supply block. Did he lose Overlords? Look how long that supply block is then. I'm curious. Well, it's not that long. 24, 29, 34. So like 10, 12 second supply block. So the supply block plus not knowing the combat shield. I don't think 76 drones against 68 drones is massive over droning. You just had his drones really early. So if you get your drones really early, the scariest moment are those first few seconds, right? Because you want to go to this drone count anyway. But if you can hold the first timing, then usually you just start growing bigger because you have more money. But like the sharpest hit is the hardest when you're droning too hard. Because he's always going to have 75, 77 units. But sometimes maybe you build like links at 63 because you believe you need to hold something. And then you go up to 76 or 78 or 82, whatever. Like he's floating 700. I don't think over droning really was the issue. I think slight macro mistake maybe with getting supply block. Maybe the engagement wasn't perfect either. It's possible. Yeah. See if the game is live yet. Oh, we're live. What's my prediction for the next series? I think Shin will win. I think Shin is good. He's underrated by the foreigners, for sure. Yeah, I think Shin has a really good chance of winning. No trust in MaxPax? No, I trust MaxPax. So, my personal belief is that Protoss is the hardest to play on ping. MaxPax is quite good at it, but I think it's just such a huge disadvantage. Because it makes... And especially for people like MaxPax and Hero, I think that's the case. Because their style is extremely damage-centric. If MaxPax doesn't get kills with Adepts and Oracles, he's dead. Like, he just doesn't win games. Because I don't think his actual style is very good. Often. He's very Blink Stalker heavy. He's very momentum based. If he doesn't have momentum after the early game, he's in a world of trouble. Like, every single time. If you go through his games, he doesn't kill workers, he's usually dead. If you have someone like Hero, it's the same thing. If you watch someone like Classic, I think Classic style doesn't matter as much if he has ping, because Classic is doing like tight timing attacks. If he doesn't, he gets 2 Oracle, not triple Oracle. If he kills 2 workers, he's gonna be fine. MaxPax needs 10, 11 worker kills early on, and he often still manages to get it, but with ping controlling Oracles, I do not envy the Danish Crown Prince, let me tell you that much. If you want to learn a PvZ build, should I copy Classic? You can copy anyone. I'd say copy Classic. Yeah, you're gonna get a lot of free wins. He has good timings. See? Here comes Max. He's gonna finish that. He's gonna get 3 kills. I wonder if you should teleport out now. Ooh, split shot there. Missed target fire. Not good. Not a good trade. Not a good trade here for MaxPax. That is -2 adepts for 2 drones. That is a very bad trade for MaxPax. He's gonna need to build another adept here before he can realistically take that 3rd, no? He's playing very risky right now. If there was like 6 more links being produced, that Nexus is a goner, alright? That Nexus is an absolute goner. He's gonna get 2 kills here, maybe 3. 3 kills. It's not bad at all. It's more than he should have gotten. Yeah, this Nexus, like, this is crazy, this move out with this adept. This is actually a crazy move out. If there was 5 more links there, he just loses the adept. And then he loses the pylon after. Because he doesn't have Warp Gate yet. Like, that Oracle needs to use all of its energy. 2nd Oracle's coming back home. 3rd Oracle now on the way. This was a move with so much freaking risk. But he managed to get away with it, and that's a very big deal. Because now it's going to be a faster Nexus, and he didn't get punished for it. Faster Nexus than he's allowed to. So then losing those 2 adepts, it sucks. But you don't have kind of the added-on effect where your Nexus is also delayed, because you lost those 2 initially. 10 links on the way? Okay. Shin afraid perhaps of the double adepts coming back to haunt him. Maybe he saw that warp in. Oracle's moving in, gonna get 1 kill. Shin is defending this very well. Good queen control so far. Is taking a... I think I saw a second gas already going down, as well as a lair attack. And now it should be around this time that we see a fort base go down. 4 more gates coming in as Blink starts. Do we have a forge too? Yep, this is going to be the 6 gate Blink. High Stalker count here for MaxPax. This is a key moment. This is absolutely a key moment. 1 Oracle needs to activate its Pulsar. That is big. That is a nice little W there. Should not finish these shades. Absolutely not. MaxPax so far hasn't gotten the damage that he requires for his game plan to work. He has about 20 more seconds to get the damage. It's gonna get a cancel on this base. Queen's out of position. Okay, this is damage. This is damage. No Spore over here on the 3rd base. That is 4 worker kills. 5 worker kills. 6, no. 5 worker kills. That's good enough. Cancel on the 4th base. MaxPax doing a good job here. He's floating a bit of money, but it's only natural because his gateways are about to finish up. Turning into warp gates as we speak. And then once those pylons finish, we're gonna see a 6 Stalker warp in. Though the macro is a little bit sloppy, admittedly. Fort base starts 6 minutes and 20 seconds in. So robotics facility is on the way here as well. Oracle needs to be activated. 2nd Oracle will need to be activated. Shin is committing harder than I thought he would. And he starts a Spire. This is a very interesting move, the Spire. Now, it can work out, but he can also die. With the Spire, the most important thing is that you can survive on low roach count, 2-3 Ravagers, and pure Ling. If you can do that, and you can save a lot of your gas, and then boom, you hit 8 minutes in with 12, 13, 14, 15 Muras, you have a shot. But if you're constantly adding in roaches, and you don't have the gas to build more than 6 Muras, you're dead. Like, it's over. Good snipe there. Shin is saving a resource. Gonna get 9. It's gonna get 9. We have more links on the way. MaxPax is playing too careful. He doesn't know that he's playing too careful. He thinks he's playing proper careful. Slow rotations. Just picking off things for free. He's up 7 workers. The follow-up is going to be Lurkers, by the way. Murai into Lurker. This is not a composition we ever see in Europe. This is a Shin composition. He's the one that invented it, and he's probably going to be the only one that will be playing this for the next 5 years. I don't think it's very good. Fort base under some heavy fire here. As MaxPax moves in, these Mutas have not paid off yet. So right now there's an investment of about 2,200 resources into units that have achieved nothing yet, and units that can't fight. These guys need to deal serious damage. And so far they've killed 1 probe. Okay, here we go. Probe count is starting to fall a little bit. I don't think this is enough. I do not believe this to be enough. Good blinks. 2nd Forge is down as well. 10 workers going down, but this entire time MaxPax has had a higher worker count. He's going to keep a higher worker count. More cannons are on the way. Armor starts. This defense was very solid. Shin losing the fort base doesn't help him. He lost it twice now. Once against the Oracles, once against the Stalker move out force. It almost feels like if you want to play this particular style, you do need melee upgrades on the links. Because a lot of your defense is going to be in these melee upgrades now. Or in the links. So then having a melee upgrade, just to me it sounds like that is something you'd want in life. Lurker Den, almost done. Wapens on the way. Little wapens on the way. Second Colossus shows up as well. MaxPax aggressively on the map, I don't mind it. Has the backup of those stasis wards too. That backup is going to be powerful. That backup's going to be real good. I like that backup. I give that backup a lot of stars. Okay, more roaches going down, or whatever the hell that was that just fell. MaxPax in firm control of this game, let's face it. Splitting up stalker counts right now. Trying to multitask. Needs to be careful. Needs to be careful not to overcommit into these lurkered up positions. Ooh, double phoenixes can get some lifts off as oracles activate their pulsar beams. MaxPax moving in, killing a bunch of workers. Does not have detection on this side though. Has a lot of cash in the bank. Continues warping in, should continue his upgrade, should continue adding in more and more production as well. Maybe a 5th base, I think would be a good call here. As the lurker then has finished up. As there's lurkers on the map. But I'm not sure if we have seismic spines yet. I can't recall seeing that upgrade. As second Stargate as well as a fleet beacon start. MaxPax is starting the descent into carrier madness. Getting a lot of tech at the same time here. Attacking into a lurkered up position, I'm not a huge fan of that. There are Vipers here as well, it means -2 Colossus. MaxPax needs to be seriously careful. Because there is legitimately no way that he loses if he survives for 2 more minutes. But he can't just engage, like, head first into lurker positions. I think Seismic Spines is done already, by the way. Now getting Adaptive Talents, and these lurker fights look very convincing for Shin. If Shin manages to move across the map, he has a chance. But I don't really see how Shin can ever move across the map with the amount of stasis wards that are there, the fact that MaxPax is here standing outside of his base. Big blink forward coming in, snipes a queen. I mean, if Shin's game plan is to sit back on 4 bases and go mass lurker Hydra and not do anything, he's gonna lose this game. However, if he decides to move out on the map at any point, there's still a window. There's still a small, tiny window in which Shin has a good army. That window is closing rapidly, and that Raptor shell actually is hitting quite a bit. And here comes Shin. Lurker very far forward. First few carriers are coming out right now. This is really this is as scary as it's gonna get for MaxPax this game. He's fighting against a +1 range army. MaxPax can and probably should give up this base. There's no reason for him to put all of his eggs in this one basket. This base basket. I wouldn't mind seeing a Zealot run by coming in as well at this point. I think that would be good. Yes, this is perfect. Picking up those reinforcements. Carriers meanwhile moving forward, targeting down individual Hydras. This base should be given up. It's gonna get given up as the first carrier might end up falling here. Hydra count still fairly okay as the Zealots continue punching those drones. Right in the face. Right in the face. Another carrier shows up. Shin at 112 army supply against 116. Purification Nova is not quite gonna hit. Hydra count, is it good enough to deal with the interceptors? I'm not sure if the answer is yes to that. MaxPax is losing a lot. It's scary. This is way scarier than it should have been. Oh, here comes the Viper from the side. No, it doesn't have energy. Maybe the Hydras just from the side take out a carrier. No, barely miss it. As the lurkers here, are they going to be good enough? There is an Overseer in the back, but it's going to be a little bit too late. The invisibility putting in some serious work here. And now the Purification Nova to finish it all off as MaxPax wins game number 1. Woo! And the young Dane does it again. Oh, boy. I mean, this game was over. Very, very over. After the failed Muta attack. If those Mutas don't kill 25 workers, you lose. Or you need to be capable of playing mass Muta. But he was on 3 bases. On 6 gas. He had less workers. And he dealt no damage. Shin right now is thinking to himself, it's like, ooh, that went poorly. I wonder what I could have done better. And what could he have done better? I think he took a little bit too much damage against the Oracles. He lost his forward base. Then he lost his forward base another time. That is usually not considered ideal. Harstem, do you think you underrate MaxPax? Absolutely not. I think MaxPax is the best Protoss in the world. But I think Shin is really cool. And he has a bit of a... I think Shin becomes worse the more you play against him, you know? But he has a couple, like... He just has a lot of tricks. He has a bag of tricks. And it's a bag with deep pockets, you know? That bag has an infinite amount of tricks in there. So he uses all of those tricks. This is MaxPax, by the way. Cosplaying. And he uses all of those tricks kind of in combination with one another. It's all fairly gimmicky, but there's nothing wrong with gimmicks. Gimmicks are good. And then I think his late game also isn't bad. Like, he has very good unit movement. So, like, in that last game, we can imagine scenarios in which Shin ends up winning that, despite not deserving the win at all. And this is often the case in Shin games. Oh, it's on a proxy hatch. Oh, it's hatch first on the other side? Low tier build. This is a B tier build, I think. Maybe C tier even. So there's two variations of this. You have the C tier version, that's this one, hatch first on the other side. And you have the A tier variation. It's where you go hatch first on your own side. And then hatch on the other side. That is S tier actually. That's just good for Zerg, always. You heard someone say not to pull probes versus this? Who was that? Who said that? Because that's not true. You always pull probes versus this. Always pull probes versus this. Especially against the hatch first variation. If it's the third hatch, you're also pulling probes. You're just always pulling probes. Literally always. Every single time you can pull probes, you're pulling probes. Against eBay blocks, against hatch blocks, you're pulling freaking probes. The person that told you to not pull probes has lied to you. And you, in order to defend your honor, now have to challenge them to a duel. Or your family will be made fun of for generations to come. Is that what you want? Shame upon your family? I don't think so. Go find him, fight him in a 1 versus 1. Scarlet said workers are for mining. I'm gonna flame Scarlet then. There's no shot Scarlet said this. Nah, no shot. I don't believe that Scarlet said this. It is possible that recently Scarlet has been hit on the head and as a result has been confused, but I don't think that's the case. Workers are for mining unless there's a freaking hatchery in your natural. Then workers are for killing the hatchery. Scarlet said to not pull probes. Probably trying to troll Protoss players. Probably. You never trust Zergs with advice for your race. Zergs just always lie. Hello? Where's that depth zone? They went back on. Zergs are just a bunch of people I don't trust generally. They lie straight in your face. And then make fun of you for believing it. Like these guys have legit no shame. They're smart, but they have no ethical sense. They have no problem. They're all psychopaths, every single Zerg in the world. Terrans have no intellect. Zergs have no empathy. And Protoss have too much of both. We're empathic intellects. And we don't thrive in this society, my friends. Just giving advice for free to everyone. What about Lambo? Psychopath as well. 100%, yeah. He'll lie right in your face about something. No problem for him. Boom. Yeah. You know what legendary Italian Terran player Cloud once said? That Germans would sell their own mother to win the ESL Pro Series. That's how much they care about winning. I said about Germans. But I think what he meant was Zerg players. I think this is true. Ooh, what are these roaches doing? It's a glaive build? Oh no. It's 3-gate glaive into 5-gate glaive. Into 3 gas with a dark shrine. It's gonna get a big warp in. Shin doesn't... This is the problem against the Koreans. This might work against your European counterparts because... Oh, hello, 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 hello. Internet? I can't help this, guys. It's the clean feed. It's not coming through. Okay, there we go. It's a bit stuttery. Oh. Did he just hit his own lanes? Almost did. Shin is just completely out of position for some reason. It's gonna hit some big piles. Oh no! Oh, Max in a world of trouble now. What I was gonna say is that the problem against Koreans is that these guys, they will just keep building units. Because they're like, okay, first I'm gonna defend and then I'll kill you. A European looks at the situation different. Europeans, you know what they do? They look at the situation and go, hey, I'm gonna defend and then I'm gonna build 20 drones. That is not... Look, he's just freaking moving already. He hasn't even scouted if there's a third base. He's getting double spores right now. Dark Shrine is about to finish up. MaxPax is freaking dead, man. This build is... It's freaking balls. That's what it is. It sucks, okay? I hate 5-gate. 5-gate glaive, 6-gate glaive. This is all garbage, I think. All of it. I never see this work. 6-gate and 5-gate glaive are like the opposite of proxy Rexes. We see it way too often and it never wins. Like it's just like the legit reverse. Every time I see Hero or MaxPax play this build, they lose. And sometimes they win a game, and then people will be referring to that game till the end of time. That's a crazy right click, by the way, but he gets the Nexus. Like it was some epic build. Did you see the 6-gate glaive work? Like, yeah, the other guy built 65 drones against a 19 probe all in. Like, yeah, but it works. Like, yeah, no crap, it worked. You could have attacked with your probes at this point. Holy cow. He had no units. Like, Shin right now is in an insane position. And I don't even think he defended that well. His early movement was not good. I don't think it was. He's also really struggling against this Archon all in, or this Archon thing. Now I love the Spire, by the way. I don't just like it. I love the Spire in this situation. I think this is the higher level thinking that Shin has. You know how some people play 4D chess? Shin doesn't play. He eats the pieces. That's what he does. You went to the toilet, come back to the board. It's like, where's my queen? Has it in his mouth. Like, that's wood. I don't care. It's gone now. Well, that's not how chess works. I don't care. Grabs a pawn, starts eating it as well. It's freaking gone. No more pieces for you, you loser. That's what Shin said. You look away for a second, your half of the board is just gone. That's how crazy it is. He's been banned from the World Championship as a result, but that's a story for another time. I wonder if Shin actually can hold this, because he doesn't have so many units. Are there Immortals here, or is it just pure Archon? Okay, it's just pure Archon. So there's 11 Roaches on the way. He needs to kite very well. MaxPax needs to send 1 or 2 Zealots into the third base. I think there's 1. I think 2 would have been better. Immortal now shows up. Oh. Shin. Shin. 51 supply of Roach. But there's still 4 Archons. One of them is extremely low. There's 1 Immortal in the back as well. These Zealots are struggling. We're going to have another big warp in 5 seconds from now. Oh my god. I can't believe MaxPax won this game. What a beast. Oh no. Shin choked on the horse. It's too big. too big. He didn't chew. Oh, yeah. This is why you always should chew the pieces before you swallow them. Nah. 2 little roaches. I don't think he scouted the fact that he was fighting a Charizard all in without a forge. Yeah. High tier play by MaxPax. I said Shin was gonna win. My prediction was correct. Theoretically, he won. Which is really the only wins I care about. Theory-wise, Shin looked like a better player. Because MaxPax plays 5-gate. That's the worst build I've seen in my life. And he won with it. Was the Perspire a mistake? Nah, this 200-200 doesn't matter. I think it was fine. I think he just had Ravagers maybe a bit too late. Not enough roaches in position. Let's watch this commercial together, guys. There's also sound with this commercial. There's a lady with a banjo. But it's a different type of banjo. Can anyone speak Mandarin and tell me what this is about? Like, there's translations on the bottom. DNA. Flowers. Pokemon. This show has it all. Fireworks. It's a gacha game? I don't know what that is. Is Genshin Impact? Genshin? Looks like Weavecraft to me. Facts. Is Harstem the least informed professional gamer? It's possible. I'm definitely one of the lower informed ones, I think. But I can do a lot of other things that other people can't. But what those things are, I won't share with you guys. That's a secret. Okay, let me put some ads as well. Oh, okay, I got a super chat. Finally caught a live. Looking forward to more. I look for Harstem's video every day. You look for Harstem's video every day. Do you ever find them? Thank you, Bread and Gatorade, for the $5. I appreciate that, buddy. That's very kind. Also, thank you, Heat Show, for the tier 1 subscription for 6 months. You missed Maru versus Serral. You can just go back in the stream. If you're on YouTube, it's real easy. You just click before. Those were epic games. I would actually recommend watching those. Like, we're in a break right now. Watch it on 2x speed. Do you happen to be on Twitch as well, Cap? Yes, sir. Twitch.tv/Harstem. Harstem, how do I know if I know... What? Harstem, how do I know if I do the 2 Hellion 1 Reaper run by like Clem does versus Zerg? Some of these guys have no shame and build like 3 links. So what Clem does is he just checks. So he goes in with the Reaper Hellion. If he thinks it's a bad call to go, he doesn't go. Because he's a genius. That's why. So you just check every time or every now and again. If you feel like his queens are out of position, you see, hey, are the links there? And you can always pop out. What have been the best matchup so far? Maru versus Serral was so good. Yesterday, Dark versus Cure was very good. I'd recommend that. At Harstem, gacha games incorporate gambling mechanics by having key items or characters locked behind random chance unlocks with premium currency, enticing people to spend money if they fail to get what they want. Yeah, I feel like all mobile games are those gacha games then. I thought it was called freemium games, where you can technically play the game, but you really can't unless you pay a lot of cash, and you have to keep paying cash. It's like basically a subscription service, except the money keeps going up the more you play. So like a crappy subscription service. And the service you get is anime items. So there's also no service really. This sounds freaking awful. Gacha is freemium games, but you don't know what you're buying. Fantastic. Hey, Harstem, I generally lurk when I'm here. Or catch you on YouTube, but I was wondering, did you change your setup/location? So I moved my camera a bit further back, and I moved houses a year ago. So I've been here for a year and 2 months now or so. So yeah, definitely. They take money from weeps and give it to StarCraft tournaments. That sounds like an honorable mission, if you ask me. We should take everything from the weeps. It's okay we could take their stuff. Harstem is in LA now, trying to break it in Hollywood. Yeah, I'm going the Arnie route. Oh, we have a game, guys. Here is the guy. Why is the camera centered on his door? Why is the door handle the centerpiece here? His head isn't in it. Why do they do this? I think they paused the game or something because... Yeah, I think there's a pause. Yeah, see? Something went wrong. Yeah. Sweet handles in Korea. Firefly is Chinese, not Korean. Get it right. Hey, what's up, Kenji? It's probably the camera. Well, the camera just can't help but moving automatically to the door. That's probably what happened. Stream cam is looking slick. Thanks, buddy. Your daughter wants Bunny to win. She said his name sounds cuter. Have you ever showed your daughter what a freaking Firefly is? Does she not like the Owl City song, Fireflies? Like, bunnies... Well, I was going to talk crap about people that think bunnies are cute, but I'm not going to do it. You know what? Your daughter is right. Bunnies are very cute. You're correct. Good job. Okay. We got a game. I put myself up here again. Bunnies are tasty. Don't be like that. There's a song called Fireflies. Yeah, by Owl City, man. That's a banger. Would not believe your eyes if 10 million fireflies lit up the world as I fell asleep. Na, 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 na. That's an old song. You know, that period of time, it always reminds me of the early days of StarCraft. Although I'm not sure if it's early day of StarCraft period. You have that and you have Call Me Maybe. Like those songs are just super connected in my brain. Like it's just that it's like it feels like that's like 2013, 2012 or so. Like a G6. Like a G6 actually screams Wings of Liberty as well. That might have been the worst song. That I freaking hate that song. That was not a nice tune. Who the hell was that by? Like the Jetpackers or something like that. They had some weird name as well. The G6 boys. Now I'm feeling so fly like a G6. God. Far East Movement. It's almost a Jetpackers. It's practically the same. Alright. Let's see what we have. We have a cheeky little bunker rush. This is good. This is real nice. Firefly has some gnarly builds as well. I rate Firefly quite high. It's gonna deal with this in an okay manner as well. Takes that out. This is a very reasonable defense, honestly. I think I'd rather be in Firefly's shoes than in Bunny's shoes. If I had equal skill. Yeah. I love this build. Should be Sentry Stalker. Just a Sentry warp in actually, because he needs a Pylon first. Pylon Sentry. Please warp in a Sentry. Sir, warp in a Sentry. Please. Hello? Hello? Robo? If he had warped in a Sentry here, I would have given this build a freaking 10. Robo 4. Not a fan of this. So this is fairly risky against everything. Tank push would kill him 100%. Because he has no units. No third gateway, no blind battery, no scouting. Actually, he has a battery in the natural, but none at the third, so it'd still die. But it's not that. And the Robo doesn't really come into play late. So in this case, what I think is better is just playing Double Forge. Double Forge with a third gas. If you do that, you get an insane lead if you don't die. And I don't think he would die, because his early game was actually quite good. Wait, he's going 4 gas? Is this Robo Bay? Mind Drop's hitting. It's gonna get quite a few kills actually. 3 kills. Yeah, not the end of the world. There's Blink available. It's gonna get the medevac. Bunny playing freaking sloppy here. Holy crap. That was not good. That was not good by Bunny. Absolutely not. What the hell is Firefly doing? 4 gas? It's just gonna mess sentries? 2 kills, not bad. Opponent's gonna be happy with that. Gateway count is uber low. Why did we get 4 gas? So usually when you get 4 gas, you want some type of secondary tech. Because you're just going to be floating a lot of gas. So you either want Templar Archives, or you want a Robo Bay. So you can spend that gas into something. Because getting a fourth gas is really expensive. Because you're not fully mining from your third base. It's 3 probes, less mining on minerals. And the 70 minerals could have just been in, you know, half a gateway or so. So usually it costs you about 2 gateways to get the fourth gas this early. So you want some type of compensation for losing those 2 infrastructure production buildings, right? But it seems like his plan is just to float 300 gas. Which to me doesn't sound like a very good plan. At all. He's playing a pure range army, so he wants to play very positional StarCraft. His battery is quite far back. He's controlling this well, honestly. He's still just floating 400 gas. He could have done this on 3 gas, absolutely. Like, I'm positive about this. Positive on this. He's also low worker count. So Bunny technically could just go home and do nothing. And actually the one that is all in right now, I don't want to say it's necessarily Firefly, but Firefly is economically in a worse spot the moment the third base lands. What Bunny needs to do is work on his mine count. He's going to scout for a fourth base, which isn't there. That's an interesting drop. That was legit the worst timing. Oh my god. I'd be pissed. I'd be freaking pissed right now. Good, quick recall. Stalker's back in the main base, but sentries went down, 8 workers went down. He's going to escape, killed one of his own Stalkers. Takes out 1 medevac there in the end. Ghost Academy on the way. More mines coming in. I think Firefly is going to push and try and win the game. It's the only thing that makes serious sense to me. Need to move back a little bit here. He's controlling this very well. Large Stalker army. I wonder what his immortal count is right now. 2? 3? Firefly is doing this quite well. He honestly is. Just pure Stalker immortal. Well, it's mainly just pure Stalker. Bunny not with a large enough army here. Firefly just moves in. Needs to be careful. If he loses all the immortals, Marauders become extremely powerful. Good hits there. Triggering the shield. Oh, blinks in forward. Mine gets a connection. Firefly just wins this game. What the heck? Has a couple more units coming in. It's still 43 supply. I don't quite know where it is though. Needs to keep that CC alive, but it is going to fall right now. Firefly, 1k in the bank. There's a rainy day fund. He gets a W. That is big here. What's he doing? Is he making a ceremony? Oh, he's just warming his hands. What? Why is he cleaning his hands? Maybe his keyboard very dirty. He's sweaty. It's possible he's sweaty. Sweaty man. The towel Protoss. Yeah. He's wearing like a semi-turtleneck as well, no? Or is that, do you call this a crew neck? I never know the names. Yeah, it almost looks like a turtleneck. The quality of the cam is not good enough. I think it's like a turtleneck. If Firefly wins this series, I'll switch into a turtleneck as well. Out of solidarity. But only if he wins. See if it gives me some more skill as well. Yeah, Bunny is a crew neck. I'm talking about Firefly. Isn't that a Chinese collar? I don't know what a Chinese collar is. I've never heard of that in my life. You can just make stuff up. Just because it's Chinese. That's messed up. Need to go full turtleneck and chain. I lost my golden chain. I don't know where it is. Which shows I'm an irresponsible golden chain owner. It was a fake golden chain, obviously. You know, you can't see the difference between real gold and fake gold unless you get very close. But if I had a real gold chain, I wouldn't let anyone get close anyway. So I figured I'd buy a fake golden chain. It has the same effect. So that's what I did. But now I lost it. So I don't feel like I deserve another one. It's a Shanghai shirt. You guys are really pushing it. You can't just make stuff up like that. How much was it? 150. €1.50. Yeah, I'm not going to pay 150 euros for a fake golden chain. Are you crazy? And it had a silver chain included as well. I still have that one. Silver chain is a bit small though. It doesn't fit me well. You must see jewelry as an investment. You can sell it later. Yeah, unless you lose it. I lost it. I can't sell it later if you lose it. Just Google it, you nerd. Nah, you guys are really pushing it too far. That's not funny, guys. Come on. Imagine the guy that finds the fake gold chain. Dude, he's gonna be so hyped for 5 seconds. Then see the paint coming off. I once had a guy snatch my chain from my neck and then got stabbed after. Wait, he took your chain and then he stabbed you? That seems like the wrong order, no? That's just rude. If he already got the chain, why would he stab you after? It's like, I took your chain and your life? It's like, I thought he used the knife to threaten someone. Not the other way around. Oh, you fought after and you stabbed him. Or he stabbed you. You know what I mean? No, I didn't. How am I supposed to know that? He might have figured it was a fake golden chain as well. A small step to express his disdain. It's probably what happened. Alright, what do we have here? This is a cool build. It's He's gonna get a Marine kill. Should get 2 SCV kills too, which would be huge. Huge start. This is a huge start, actually. Legit. Firefly once again with the build. He's been cooking, man. Freaking Firefly. Cooking in the lab. Double Adepts out now. Cyclone is a good defense, but you know what the problem is with building a Cyclone defensively like this? Is that you have no ability to pressure with mines. So the moment I see a Cyclone as a Protoss player, I know there's not going to be mines in my main base. So you can move majority of your Stalkers on the map. You still need to be careful for potential Liberator, Raven and Banshee. But against the mine drop, you want to keep all Stalkers at home. Against Raven, Banshee, Liberator, 2 Stalkers will do the trick. So if your opponent then decides to move out, you can kite him to your base. Oh, he's still going to go mines after the Cyclone. God, I would have been caught good by this. This is really quite rare though. Maybe it's because the medevac is late? I think so. His starport is just really late. He's going to hit at like 450. I would have died to this mine drop, let me tell you. Actually, not true. I would move across the map with 2 Adepts, 2 Stalkers, 2 Stalkers at home, and then I warp another 2 Stalkers. So I have 4 Stalkers eventually in time for this drop. So this guy can suck it. I would have held as well. And I would have been in a great spot in case he decides to move out. So I'm double dipping. God, Bunny in shambles. Theoretically, I just beat Bunny 2-0. If you guys didn't realize quite what happened there. I think Firefly is playing the same thing. He's really slowly going into gases this time. Not taking a 30. So he goes 2 gas, 3rd base, Forge, Robo. Yeah, this mine drop hits like 25 seconds later than it usually does. It's hitting at legit 450. Bunny once again committing. There's no blink yet though, so it works. I'd be pissed if I were Firefly here. This is still terrible for Bunny, by the way. 2 worker kills. That is not good. And also not a single unburrow on either of the mines. If he loses his medevac on top of that, Bunny once again is in a sick early game spot. Yeah, he has blink. He can just blink forward, no? Can we blink? Show the medevac, please. Almost got it. Ooh, he's gonna go for armor. So he's playing it different this time. He's gonna go armor charge. Very heavy on the gateway count. This build, I really like. Good early game. Good follow-up. Tight follow-up, by the way. Charge plus armor. If he takes no damage against the Raven, which I don't think he will, because he has 3 Stalkers in the correct position. If he takes no damage against the Raven, he's in a really, really good spot. What we need right now is 2 sentries. And then I think you probably want to get 1 Immortal afterwards. 1 Immortal, battery at the 3rd base. And make sure you don't get supply blocked. Good pylon spread around the map to see any potential drops. What I would be scared of right now is any type of like armory mine drop. I think that is realistic. 30C on the way, 6 minutes, 20 seconds. There's a 4th gas already for Bunny. Lots of Stalkers being warped in for someone that's messing Zealots, by the way. He might just go for a full-on counter-attack. But in order to do this effectively, you probably want some type of vision with an Observer, which he doesn't have. Okay, he's gonna get the vision with the Adept. What the hell is Firefly doing? This guy's a beast. Look at his control. This guy's going ham. Look, he takes out a Marauder there. Oh, needs to blink one more time. Needs to blink one more time. Here come 4 Zealots. Into the natural. It's not quite what I had expected. Warps in 4 or more. Bunny pulls back. You want to get a couple of worker kills here. And you also probably want to kill a Marauder or something. 900 minerals in the bank. 4th base as well as a Robo Bay could be built. +1 attack should start 2. None of that is happening as the Firefly's macro is slipping. But his pressure is phenomenal here. Look at that. Oh, the drop. 4 Marines and a Cyclone. And all of a sudden, he's a lot more all-in than he ever should have been. This Artosis pylon is scary. Force field on the ramp. Lots of workers going down on the side of Bunny as well. 29 workers to 40. I think Firefly is doing it anyway. He has loads of cash in the bank. He's gonna take out these barracks on the low ground. Needs to piss off, though. Needs to piss off at least for a little bit. One more warping of Zealots. Can he get it done? No, I don't think he can. Yeah, he's just gonna go back home, but he's in a great spot. There's a third base. He's gonna get that warp in. Now blinks forward to kill a medevac. It's kind of a wild move. Auto turret doesn't quite go down. There's no +1 attack on the way yet. Firefly way more all in than I think he needs to be. He's gonna pull back for now. Lost a lot of supply there with those Zealots. Is rebuilding some of these workers. Prism can die. Is barely going to survive. There are 2 mines in the main base. Those are both important. As he's not gonna fly into it for now. Maybe he can get another kill. No, loses a Stalker instead. Not the greatest control. As we'll see another Zealot warp in. 8 Zealots. Firefly just keeping on that pressure. Is outmining his opponent by a little bit. Not by a whole lot, just a little bit. Third orbital on the way as well. Zealots coming in. +2 armor started behind this. I think that's probably a good call. 12 more SCVs going down as, yes, Firefly. He's gonna pick up the victory. Beast. Absolute machine. What a monster. Oh, look how happy he is. Boom, swig of his coke. Floop. Get out of here, you Terran player. It's Firefly season. Yeah, look how happy he is, man. He was freaking buzzing over there. Ah, that's sick. I love Firefly. He's so cool. He plays like an absolute chat. Very, very high tier. Okay, time to switch into the thing. Final game is going to be Trigger Solar. I think that's going to be an O2, though. I think it's going to be the worst game of the day. I'm afraid of that being the worst game of the day. Thank you, Cooch Monkey, by the way, for that. It's a good name. For the Twitch Prime subscription. If any YouTube frogs have the Twitch Prime available, I have Amazon Prime. You can connect it to your Twitch account. Subscribe to my channel, twitch.tv/Harstem. Boop. Get me a couple of dollars. And gives you protection from being banned. All right. As I said, you gotta stick to your word. I got my silver chain. Got the turtleneck. It doesn't fit so snug anymore as I wanted it to, but I think it's going to do the trick. No? Yeah, this is the way. In honor of Firefly, of course. What a gangster he is. And Harstem, well, I now know what the change is. Your image is mirrored on the full screen, but not... Ah, true. It's mirrored. I should probably just mirror this as well. I don't know why I don't have that. It's actually stupid, because it looks weird, no? But I like this angle more for out of game. Let me see if this mirrored. This is my left hand. So this is not mirrored. Right? No. No. It's not mirrored. Should I mirror this? How do you even do that? Is that better? I'm hearing some banging tunes, but I can't play them because I don't think they're DMCA free. They have some really nice in-between game music, WTL. I like it. Probably because they took it from somewhere good. Anything happened yet? Yeah. Raise your left hand. This is my left hand. So now it's mirrored. Yeah, now it's the same as I see in the preview on the little screen on the side. So that's nice for me. It's less confusing. Yeah, this is my YouTube video angle. So I had it like this, but then I didn't have it mirrored in the other scene, which in retrospect is kind of stupid. We're just waiting for this to kick off, by the way. So whenever I can hear when the game starts, so I'll just keep it on full screen, unless you guys really want this, but I think it's better to just have it like this. Eating a literal bowl of sour cream? No, it's quark. I know that the Americans don't have it. Americans always look confused when you eat it. It's yeah, it's this. I think usually you write it with a Q. It looks kind of disgusting though in pictures, but it kind of has. It's like worse tasting yogurt. It's kind of like soury yogurt. Maybe more like cottage cheese, although I never really ate cottage cheese. How can you even eat vegan quark? That doesn't sound possible. It's very young cheese. It's a type of cheese. That's what it is. It's like Greek yogurt. Greek yogurt is very tasty. Greek yogurt has way more fat and does taste way better. Like, I think... yeah, you also have, like, low-fat Greek yogurt, like 2%. But that is disgusting. Then you might as well just eat regular yogurt. Like, I freaking love, like, the 10. You also have, like... I think the different fat percentages make it a different country. So, like, Turkish yogurt is, like, 12% fat. Freaking delicious. You have Greek, you have a bunch of different ones, and it's all different fat percentages. The more fat, the better it tastes. It feels like more creamy deliciousness. Because regular yogurt is kind of mediocre, let's face it. Like, it's fine, but by itself, it doesn't have a lot of taste. You know, you need to mix it with some crap and with like some sugary product. You know, so get something in there. I always use strawberry jam for my quark, because otherwise quark is inedible. People that eat raw quark have brain damage. Bulgarian yogurt, best yogurt. It's probably more fat then. The more fat, just the better it is with yogurt. 10% is the best? Nah, 12. My local shop has 12. I usually take 10, but if I'm feeling skinny, I take 12. I walk in, I always check the mirror before I go to the shop. And I'm like, am I feeling skinny today? I'm feeling skinny, we get the 12. Freaking 12% of fat, boom. Eat a liter of that crap at a time, that's 120 grams of fat. Yeah. Oh, it's so good. I could drink that. You know what I also really like? The Yakult stuff. You're only supposed to eat one a day. That doesn't work like that. You get like a box of Yakult, you drink all 24. That you're supercharged to beat any disease at that point. Like, just one of them has like something like 1,000% of your vitamin C. So if I drink 24, then I don't have to eat any fruits for the next month. I figured it out. So at the first of every month, I buy like the 24-pack box. The entire day, I'm just drinking. I'm freaking chugging them down. Boy, I never feel stronger than on the first of a month, let me tell you. You turn into an orange. That is how much vitamin C I have. You're just pissing out extra vitamin C that day. Yeah, that's what science wants you to believe. But I know the truth. Look. If you could feel how I feel after drinking 24 Yakult, you'd know what I'm talking about. He's radioactive. What's the opposite of scurvy? Dude, I could go on a boat trip for 5 years at that point. With my 24 packs of Yakult, that's no problem. These Yakult drinks destroy your intestinal bacteria. They're the weak ones. Only the strongest survive. My intestinal bacteria are extremely strong because I drink so much. You should see them. I don't have very many, but the ones I have are extremely powerful. And they procreate all the time. There's many now again. You know, you lower them and you hope that a couple survive. And then they start breeding and you get the strongest bacteria, intestinal bacteria that you've seen in your entire life. Strongest man on world is vegan. Imagine how much stronger he could be if he drank 24 Yakults every day. That's just something I want you to think about. I don't think you need any other animal product, but Yakult, you need that. Absolutely. It doesn't make any sense. Okay, they've been selling Yakult for generations in Japan. You know that in Japan, the Yakult ladies would come by your door to sell you Yakult. They were insurance salesmen of Japan, basically. But rather than selling you crappy insurance, or in America, I believe they sell you knives. It's very common for a person to come to your door to sell you a knife set, which is just or maybe just used to be a thing back in the day when the Amazon didn't exist yet. Now you have ads trying to sell you knife sets, or TikToks, viral TikToks. Look at this crazy knife; it slices right through. TikTok is basically like the home shopping channel at this point, except with the home shopping channel, everyone knows that they're being tricked. But somehow when people see it on TikTok, they're like, oh, that looks like a good knife. Way better than the one I have right now. Look how it slices right through. My knives at home can't do that. Are you playing in the Stormgate or Zero Space tournaments, Harstem? I'm not sure. I think to qualify for the Zero Space thing. I don't know anything about the Stormgate thing. I miss all Stormgate news. It's because I'm not on Twitter. Or, sorry, I'm not on X. So I miss all of that crap now. People told me about the Stormgate tournament. Elaser and Sasha were talking about it today. I'm like, what the hell is this? They're like, yes, during IEM. I'm like, wait, there's an IEM? It's completely disconnected at this point. Is this X in the room with us now? It's not okay. Let's actually pay attention to the game. Come on, guys. You guys are being pricks. Enough about Yakult. Void Ray into Twilight 3 gate? 4 gate. Okay. You know what Lambo would call this? Actually, you know what Lambo would call this? He would call this an S tier build, especially in tournaments. Single Stargate in Twilight 4 gate. You show this to Lambo, he starts shivering a little bit, you know? Pleasurable shivers, though. Whoa. Like audible gasps coming out of him. Whoa. Whoa. Single void. Especially if it takes out 2 overlords. If you were to play this exact build against Chum, I think Lambo would actually explode. You won't believe it. Because Chum always sends 2 overlords across the map. So if you open up with a Void Ray first, you get both overlord kills. And then you follow up with an all-in. Like, his eyes are rolling through the back of his head, my friend. Out of this world. Ooh. This seems like a bad trade for solo. I'm not sure if that's the case. Solar's going up to 3 gas, so he wants to stop building workers now. I think naturally you want to. Okay, 530 he's gonna hit with 11 maybe? No, it's 10. He's leaving 2 at home, that's a mistake. Maybe it was 11. It's hard to count. No, it's 8 now. Yeah, it was 10. Yeah. 8 is not enough. It's not enough. This will not work. Poor execution on the build. Forgot the wall. Oh my god, what a blunder. What a huge blunder here by Solar. This game should have been over at this point. Just over. It's still looking really good for him, but this should have been so much better, because these adepts should have dealt 0 damage, and this is a seriously invested attack. Solar still in an okay spot, despite being down in workers. Like, I'm not worried about Solar here. I wonder if he wants to attack, though. I feel like if Solar were to attack right now, he would kill his opponent. If he goes back into droning, though, Trigger has a better chance. That was really sloppy. He missed the Evo positioning in the natural. So now he's getting an infestation pit. So I guess he wants to play quick hive, or he wants to go for swarm host. I'm not sure if I like either of those options. Okay, triple Ravager. That seems weird in a way, if you want to play swarm host. Yeah, it's gonna be hive. Okay. Hive and lurker. What do we do then? 75, 78 drones? Something along those lines, I guess. 8 gas is what you want ASAP, but he's gonna need a couple more roaches to not die against whatever follow-up Trigger has prepared. Not particularly fond of the position that Trigger is in here, to be honest. One adept for 1 drone times 8, definitely worth it. The thing is that adepts fall off. So, if every adept you build, you want to trade out for something. And he also got some links. He forced out units at an okay drone count, and then getting 8 worker kills is fine. Like, the early game was... It wasn't good for Trigger, but it should have been much worse. Like, it's better to trade out the adepts for anything than to not trade out the adepts. I think not getting this the 9th and the 10th adept in there was actually a pretty sizable error as well. I think that really was a mistake. Fort base on the way here for Trigger. Does he have +1 yet? I think he does, right? So then I want to see +2 ASAP. He's getting charged. I'm not a huge fan of his build. I think Solar is just in a really good spot. Like a really good spot. Colossus starting at 8 minutes and 31 seconds. Like, the first Viper is going to be out before the first Colossus, and we don't even have thermal lance on the way yet. Explain this to me. Is no detection a mistake? Out of who? I mean, it can be a mistake, it doesn't have to be. Both players have it right now, though. Vegan meat should have bigger warning labels. Why do vegans have worse eyes? So the warning labels need to be bigger because otherwise the blind vegans can't read it, or what? Why should vegan meat have bigger warning labels? Or you mean more should be on the warning labels? Oh, he doesn't want to be tricked into eating vegan. Ah, okay. Gotcha. They should label broccoli as well. I hate vegetables. Alright, we're gonna be moving in here. I think Solar just wins this fight, honestly. This is a good move, though. This Stalker move is really good. I've been red pilled on the Stalker move outs against lurkers. I think it's really sick because there's nothing that can really catch you. So I think base trades with Stalkers, if you have any type of splash available or force fields, is really good. I mean, Trigger is freaking dead because his... Yeah, I think his execution of the build was actually incorrect. You know what we'll do? After this series, you guys need to remind me because I'm gonna forget and turn off the stream. After this series, I'm gonna try to get this build a little bit to see if the build was poorly executed or not. I think it was. So we'll do the same scout timing as his, and then we see if we can hit harder or faster or what we can do. But I think it was improperly executed. I kind of want to go back here for a sec. Because it felt like it hit really late. But I'm not entirely sure why. No, like it... For single Stargate unit, did he scout early game? Okay, he blocked his opponent. That actually hurts quite a bit with these types of builds specifically. So he hits the other side of the map at 5:33, and then his shade starts. So his first serious threat comes in at what? 5:41. And that's with 8 adepts. That's really quite poor. 5:41, 8 adepts. Because he left 2 adepts at home. So he had 10 adepts total. Finish at 5:41. I just made a quick note in my notepad. We can have a look at this after. Yeah, it is a bad execution, MaxPax. Okay, MaxPax agrees with me. I got his back up. What do you think of my sweater, Firefly? I think it should be 14 at 5:40. Yeah, I think so too. I thought it was too little. I don't actually think the timing is too wrong. Do you like the sweater and the chain, Max? I could ship a chain to your house if you want. If I find my gold chain, I'll give it to you, okay? If you want it, of course. The one you're wearing? Yeah, the one I'm wearing. Wait, I need to put this thing in the back. Do you like it, Max? You look like my pimp. It looks good, I think. Thanks, Max. I appreciate it. You like it? Yeah, nice. Do you want one? Next time we meet, Max, I'll get you a golden chain, okay? Fake golden chain. We don't do real gold. That's a waste of money. I'll get you some of that, the fake gold drip, all right? Welcome to the team, buddy. You'll note it down, please. It's a promise. I don't break my promises, you know it. I'm gonna have a golden chain for you, buddy. You also owe me a bag of apples? Sure, I can't remember that, but I'll get you a bag of apples, mate. Just before we meet, you gotta remind me of the stuff I have to bring you. You know, Trigger promised me that he would take garlic with him. Next time I'd meet him, he didn't take garlic. I was really looking forward to it. Because Trigger's dad is a garlic farmer. But as a hobby. So I think they moved into a forest. I think his dad used to be like a consultant or something. And he was like, I'm going to become a farmer. The first part of the story is made up, but he's actually a garlic farmer now. And I think he does it as a hobby. So I was like, man, that's sick. And then I was asking him loads of questions about garlic farming, and he knew legit nothing. Trigger had zero knowledge about garlic farming. So I asked him when is the product ripe for the harvest? And he was like, I don't know. At some point he harvests. And I'm like, what? Like, you live on a farm and you don't know when the harvest is? He's like, no, not really. I was like, all right, I want to taste some of your dad's garlic. And then I told him this. I was serious about it. And I reminded him many times that I wanted the garlic. I said, yeah, I'll bring the garlic. And then in Atlanta, I meet him. I'm like, where's my garlic? You know, I want some cloves of garlic. I didn't even want a lot, just like one bulb, you know, with a couple of cloves in there. That's all I wanted. And he said, I didn't want to take it because you're not allowed to take food through customs, is what he said. It's like, I don't think the TSA is going to look at his bulb of garlic and think there's going to be radioactive, no? Dude, I've taken entire chickens through customs. These guys are completely useless at checking bags. They can't find anything. They miss. Whenever they do these tests, I read about this. Whenever they do the test and they try to smuggle like fake bombs in, they always fail at getting them. And then they release the results of this 4 years later and they say, but now we're better. And then 4 years later, the results of that period come out. Everyone gets fired again because every single bomb went through. How the hell are they going to find a bulb of garlic? I thought it was a stupid argument. They will actually take it. Yeah, if they find it, how are they going to find the garlic? You could hide it. Just put it in your bag. Dude, they find nothing. You could take a live chicken. I'm pretty sure you could dress a pig up as a human and they wouldn't catch it. Like, there's absolutely no way. They just, sir, hands up in the scan. Sir, have you been eating a lot recently? Sorry. Like, your pig is through. Just like that. That's how you smuggle a pig on a plane. Or you give him a security vest. You know, like a clipboard. Clipboard for the pig. 4 legs bad, 2 legs good. Just make them chant that, we'll be fine. They have fruit and veg sniffing dogs here at the airports. They find them. That's why you spread 2 bowls on different bags. So they check your first bag. And like, oh no, you got the only garlic I had with me. That's what you say. And then they'll be like, oh, he only had 1 bulb of garlic with him. No need to check the other bag. But the dog is sniffing it. That's weird. And then you say, ah, it's because I rubbed the other bag with that 1 bulb of garlic as well. And they're like, well, that sounds fair. Move on, sir. You're holding up the line. And you got your, you know, that's a good investment. You tried to take 2 garlics in and you ended up getting 1. Also, I buy food all the time and then take it with me. Like, they never stop me. I also put food in Tupperwares and then I eat it on the plane. They also never stop me. When I went into America, I had like 12 mushrooms with me. Like, not magic mushrooms, just regular mushrooms. They didn't stop me either. Like, no shot. If I take advice from Harstem on garlic smuggling, I 100% would get the garlic on board. There's no chance. Alright, let's take a look at the game. So this was just some standard Oracle harass into charge lot +1. Double Oracle. I think this is a very good build. Trigger's builds I like. The execution in game 1 wasn't good. I hope the execution in game 2 is going to be much better. I really hope that. Because game 1 was not good at all. It was very bad. I do not rate the way he played at all in game 1. Like, not at all. Okay, we have a couple of Archons coming in. It's gonna be hitting quite tight, I think. But Solar has the optimal style to play against Charlotte Archon openers. So it's kind of like a game of rock, paper, scissors between the Zerg and the Protoss often. So if Zerg opens up with +1 melee and the Protoss opens up with an Archon, oh come on. If the Zerg opens up with +1 melee and Protoss opens up with this particular build, it's really good for the Protoss. However, if Zerg opens up with a Roach opener and then Toss goes for Archon Zealot, it's good for the Zerg. So Trigger actually got the wrong end of the stick twice in a row now. Because Glaive builds are also better against Evo openers. And last game it also was a Roach opener. So both times he got unlucky. Or well, maybe he just didn't do proper research. Maybe Solar always plays Roach. I think Solar actually prefers Roach over +1 melee often. So if that is the case, then Trigger's preparation, although his builds are good, they're against the wrong player. That is a possibility. I'm not super in tune with how Solar plays ZVP at the moment. I haven't had to play him in a while, so I don't actually know much about him. You're always tempted to leave the game if you lose an Oracle? Me too. I was gonna be Swarm mode. I think this is actually the best case scenario for the Zerg, usually. Although he built a lot of Roaches early on. Like, too many. If you're rushing Swarm Host, you probably want to get them out as fast as possible. I still think this is fine for Solar though. Solar is gonna kill the rocks now, he's gonna move forward. He's gonna get 9 Swarm Host in his face. You know what I think is not bad if you open like this? Is if you follow this up with a Disruptor Bay. So if you just get a Robo Bay, so you can get Disruptors. You're pumping double Disruptors. I think that's really good. Swarm Host on this map is weird. I don't think it's weird at all. Disruptor isn't good? What are you on, MaxPax? Disruptor is good. Disruptor is good against Swarm Host Roach. Absolutely. I'm not gonna get gaslit into believing that disruptors are not good against this. Disruptor is good against this particular composition. 100%. Okay, 2 Immortals being pumped at a time here. I don't mind that either. Honestly, this was a good initial defense. You know what's sick? Is if he wouldn't have lost that one Oracle, life would be so much better. Because the bottom side is easy to defend with pure Oracle then. Or at least you can deal more damage, clear Ravagers more easily. Next wave is gonna be killer. This is peak Solar. This is the strongest that Solar is gonna get. Right now he's the apex predator. He needs to pick off at least 2 Archons. Control is good out of Trigger. Doesn't have a super battery available. Lost quite a bit of supply. I think he lost about 20 supply in Zealot. But Archons are key to kill here. Okay, that's 1 Archon. That's 2. That's 3. That's going to be 4 as well if you ain't careful. Yeah. It's a very snowbally type of comp, usually this. So you start losing Archons, life becomes crap. I think Zealot Rumbys are very powerful here. I think you need the Zealot Rumby, so you force the Roaches back home. Because Zerg really is struggling with supply. I think having a Prism across the map, like a second Prism, is really sick here. Yeah, Super Battery gets activated, but Biles will take it out. Here comes the Swarm of Wave. This has been the most one-sided day. Despite the Maru Serral series not being very one-sided, the day has been one-sided. That's very sad. That actually is very sad. Today had potential to become a really, really good day. And it ended up being an okay day. Maru versus Serral I would hard recommend if you haven't seen it. But the rest of the series was fairly one-sided. Which is surprising because I didn't think that MaxPax Shin was going to be this one-sided. And I didn't think that Firefly Bunny was going to be one-sided in this direction. Trigger is doing quite well. But next Locust Wave. There goes your base. There go your Immortals. And there goes your chance of staying in this tournament. As Trigger has... No, wait, he has 1 more shot, I think. Right? Yeah, because it's switched format. So he lost 2 matches right now. If he loses 1 more, he's out. Solar's going to put himself on 1-1. Could face Serral. Trigger staying in. It's a lot of grit, but he's dead. Could Locust attack air units earlier? No, never. Locust could never attack air. Ah, Lurkers show up now. The game is truly over. Even more over than it already was. Sad. Yeah, I'm very sad about this all. I also was kind of hoping Trigger would do well. I really like Trigger. He practices a lot. He's a good kid. Not good enough. GG. Solar with a win. I also like Solar, of course. I didn't really want Trigger necessarily to win. I just wanted Trigger to do well, you know, to play good games. These weren't good games. They really weren't. He's going to be frustrated by this. It's kind of, yeah, sucky. That sucked. It just sucked. That's what it was. Absolutely. Yeah, I thought Bunny was going to beat Firefly. I rate Firefly, but I'm not sure if I rate him enough to, you know, to get that. You're going to go back over game 1? Yeah, I'm starting up StarCraft as we speak. What, you didn't have StarCraft open already, you fake fan? True. What about Colossus there? Yeah. Colossus are... I think the problem isn't so much with the follow-up composition. I think if you open up with Archon Zealot Immortal, it is really rough against heavy Roach compositions. It's just not so great for TOS. I think majority of the time. Yeah, I'm gonna check the timing. I'm starting my StarCraft. Calm down, guys. I think you need to play 2 Robo if you play StarCraft. Oh, he played 2 Robo, didn't he, Max? Ba-da-bam. Ba-bam, ba-da-bam. Did Solar build a Nidus in that last game? No, he just walked straight across the map. Hold on, a quick ad as well. Don't worry, guys. What map are they playing on? Oceanborn. Probably should just done it on Oceanborn. Although I'm not sure if I can host Oceanborn currently. The hosting is bugged. I think Alcyone is the only map you actually can host on Europe. I'm not going to be playing this crap with ping. Open up Void Ray, triple adept. I wonder if he lost any adepts early on. That is a possibility that I missed that. Oh. He lost 2 in the early game, are you sure? Then he would have had 12, which is already, you know, the numbers keep growing. I'm not sure if you pull into gas here with double. That feels wrong. He lost 2 to Lynx. I thought that was MaxPax, no? Against... I thought MaxPax lost his two adepts against Shin. I can't recall Trigger losing them. Did we check who plays who in the 3rd round? Now we'll have a look at it. I think tomorrow there's another stream, no? We're gonna check after to see what the matches are, and then we can decide what we'll do tomorrow. I think I'll just go through this entire tournament, honestly. I've been having a good time casting it, so why not? Why are you not playing in this tournament? I didn't manage to qualify. That's why. Whenever I'm not playing in a tournament, it's not due to a lack of trying. Trust me. I try my best. Colossus absolutely kills Locust. I'll trust your judgment on this. It was double chrono. That sounds correct. The Void helped clearing the Lynx after 2 adepts died. True. Now I remember. At the 3rd base. Now I remember. Yeah. So he should have had 12 adepts then. That's already a better number. It still feels low though. Huh? You know, these type of builds always become much better if you only double adept. And because you're playing relatively late 3rd with a Void Ray at home, I think it's fine to do that. You have not enough minerals. Can I actually... I'm wondering something here. Can I get all my gates down? No way, never mind. No. Second one. No, that would have been too much. So then I get 74. Yeah. No, that would have been crazy. So. I haven't played this build in a while, so it's gonna be 2, 4, 4. I think will be the extra war pins. I should have actually gotten 1 more adept then. So in this case, what I did made very little sense. It's okay. Let's just cancel this adept. See what we're getting at. See where we're ending up with. And then you have to cancel some workers as well. Is what I figure. You take the outside gas to pretend like you have it. Don't know why we do that, but we always gotta pretend like we have stuff. Oops. Okay, so it's gonna be 2, I have a pylon on the way, right? These gates are way too fast. Maybe these other gates were just too late. I think I could have cut some workers, hit much quicker. Can I hit with...
Glory to the Daylong.
So he would be with 10. So he finished his next shade at 541, and I will finish it at 528-ish. I still think I messed up this build. So it's like 12 seconds faster. He went with 8, but he lost 2 and kept 2 at home. So it's the same amount. So he just hit 12 seconds too late with what he did. And I think I could hit quicker than what I did. I think I actually am supposed to mine a little bit more gas earlier. That seems to make more sense. Because my limiting factor were these 2 gateways, which is the first warp in. So that makes no sense. That should never be the case. I think I could hit like maybe 4 or 5 seconds quicker. Because I went second adept, then warp gate, which makes no sense. This build is good. But I should have been hitting quicker. You can either hit quick like this with 12, maybe even 13. If I build a third gateway unit before warp gate. Although then maybe money becomes really tight. Maybe I can't afford this second assimilator then. What was his benchmark? His benchmark was finishing the shade with 8 adepts at 541. We finished the shade at 420... No, not 4. 520... what did I say? 531 or so? 528? 520... yeah, 529 with... So... Same amount of adepts, because he lost 2 and kept 2 at home, so he had 12 technically. And he finished at 541, so he was 12 seconds late. But I think this build should hit 4 seconds earlier, because the limiting factor was this warp gate research, and that warp gate research got delayed because I only mined single worker in gas at the start. So here, I said it at some point as well. I said, should I be in this gas with 2? Then I pulled 2 in gas, and then here I said, no, that makes no sense. That's what I said, and I pulled it out. If you keep that in, look what happens here. So here, I get the Cyber Core. This is a PvZ build, yeah. So here I get Adapt, Stargate, and then ideally I get my Warp Gate before I start my second Adept. But I didn't really have the gas for it, and I didn't want to have a hole in my Adept building. So I think you could hit with this amount of Adepts 4 seconds, 5 seconds quicker still. So then we're finishing our shade at 425. Now, you're always going to lose 2 seconds in a real game because we suck at tournaments. This is what happens. I always put in the tournament time bonus, 2 seconds. and then it should be fine. So yeah, I think he just messed up the execution. Probably because it was stressful at his third base. I think he knows how to make builds, so I think he just messed it up. Theoretically, would it be better to get the next adept warp in before going? No, you can send them after though. You can warp in another 4 adepts and just go after. They kind of come as a surprise and they can walk into the third base. But the main thing is how quick it hits. And with Zerg players often delaying their Roach Warren to 430. Against that, it's really good because then they have Pure Ling. You have 12 adepts against Pure Ling. You're not losing any fight. Trust me on that. If they open with a Baneling Nest, they're also dead. 100%. Or well... unless they have 5 Banelings ready, but usually they're dead. I don't want to do this build often because I don't know the transition. Just do what Max did. Just get a Robo Colossus afterwards. I think it's fine. Colossus, Blink, or something like that. I don't like transitioning out of adept builds either, though. I would get Storm, but I always get Storm. So no matter what I do, I'm getting Storm most of the time. What does the Zerg need to look for on the mineral lines for this build? Well, you're not looking for mineral lines with this build. What you're looking for is you're looking for how many Stargate units there are. So the limiting timing for Twilight builds is the Twilight upgrade. And the Twilight upgrade can only start if your Twilight Council is early. Your Twilight Council can only be early if you cut a Stargate unit, because you're lacking gas otherwise. You don't have enough gas for a second Stargate and my Twilight Council timing, so you need to cut one of the two. 99% of the time, you cut out the Twilight Council because the second Stargate unit is really important. But as a surprise, sometimes you cut the second Stargate unit, and if Zerg is kind of playing on autopilot and is expecting a second Oracle to come in, you can also do this build with, for example, Adept, Stalker, Oracle. So then you open up with an Oracle. It looks really standard. You can use your first Oracle to deny the Overlord, and then you go into 4-gate Glaive. That is extremely strong. You can hit even faster because you have a little bit more cash. I'm not sure if you can actually hit faster, though, now that I think about it, because the limiting factor seems to just be warp gate timing, nothing else. Yeah, I think you're still just going to be hitting 425. But maybe you could have a faster third gate, so you could have one more Adept, but you're hitting at 425 quickest. I think that's just the max you can hit. So as Zerg, you're just checking Stargate unit, how many there are. My Oracles can't deny Overlords. I don't know about yours. Well, you deny, that's why I said you play Oracle Stalker. I figured that you would be smart enough that if I say Oracle Stalker and I say you deny Overlords with that it meant that you deny it with the Stalker and not with the Oracle. But just for you, I will be specifying everything from now on. I keep forgetting that part of my audience is made up of people with less than 70 IQ. That is just natural. But I sometimes forget that. So I'll speak a little bit slower for you as well, Guitar King. And then I'll explain everything in more detail as well next time. All right? Thank you. Hey, you're welcome, buddy. All right. That's going to be it for me, guys. I had a good time. Thanks all for watching. I'll be... Oh, wait. No. We're not done yet. We're not done yet. My bad. I said we're going to take a look at the matches for tomorrow. I'll get him hot, show him what you've got. Okay, let's see. So these are tomorrow's matches. Look, look who the #1 English commentator is. Now, haters would say that this is alphabetical order. But I'm not a hater, and I know the truth. They rank it based on who they think is best. You love to see it. Wikipedia very biased towards Harstem. Let's take a look. What are the matches for tomorrow? Wait, it's still live? Oh, no, it's not live. I haven't refreshed yet. Ooh, okay. Maru versus Dark, MaxPax versus Hero. So, okay, wait. This is tomorrow? What the hell is this scheduling? Why is everything different? Oh, this is so confusing for me. Because it's not in chronological order. It is based on their position. So, for the people who don't know, this is a Swiss format. Do we have a... No. Do we have a nice graphic? No. So, in Swiss, people with +2 play each other. So, Dark plays Maru, MaxPax plays Hero. If MaxPax beats Hero, he is done. And he advances on to the quarterfinals. Okay? In the first seed. Or the second seed. The first seed, because these guys have higher seed, because they won 4-0, I guess. I guess? How does it make sense that the two players with 4-0 play each other and not the guys with worse map score? But this doesn't matter. Then we have Solar versus Serral. I said that was going to happen, didn't I? I said Solar could play Serral, and he is playing Serral. That's actually pretty exciting. Both of them are 1-1. So this is the 1-1 bracket. We have Clem versus Shin. Clem is very favored there. Very, very favored. Classic versus Cure. This is a good match. This is the match that I can predict the least. I have the least information about Classic always. And he's also inconsistent in his performances. Firefly versus Raynor. Raynor's going to be very happy with that. Raynor's going to be very happy with that. That is the easiest opponent here. That is the easiest opponent that is 1-1. Yeah. So Raynor is very, very glad, but don't underestimate Firefly. He wears a turtleneck. Maybe tomorrow he has a golden or a silver chain. You never know. No, he can evolve too. He can evolve. Then on the lower end, we have Bian against Trigger, both of them at 0-2. We have Bunny versus Oliveira, both of them at 0-2. And that is it. Now, what matches do we have tomorrow? So we're starting at 12 o'clock Central European time. So that is 21 hours and 21 minutes from now. Starting with Serral versus Solar. Then we go Firefly Rainer. Then we go this, I think. Like my eyes are trying to figure out where we're going. Trigger Beyond, which is going to be a close match because these guys, they trade games. And then we have Maru versus Dark. That's a banger to end with. And MaxPax has one more day to prepare for a hero. MaxPax is going to slaughter him. Quick predictions for me. It's going to be... Maru looked solid today. Maru, MaxPax, Serral, Cure. So 1-1-1-2. 1-1-1-2. Clem 1, 2, Rainer, Björn 2, and Oliveira. That's it for me. Exciting. Okay, I'll see all of you tomorrow in 21 hours and 20 minutes from now. Thanks for watching. And bye-bye, I guess. No? Yeah, bye-bye. Tin, 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 tin.